Flashing, they are trying to push. Another flash, but Scrim going to pick at the right moment, finds one. Ghost in a very bad situation here. Will get spammed down from Scrim as well.
Oh, beautiful!
Spike down A.
Double kill come from Scrim. Well played.
Running out of time, no one clears it, no one clears the corner. They are trying to go into side here. The pain shell doing a little bit of damage onto Kapumba. Kapumba will still hold the side in the meantime. Proms and Vision will take out two. And to be careful when picking this. Flash gets thrown out. Going to force. Oh, Zing and Ice Speed both. What a blind coming out from Zing to get those two kills on Strong. And Stream might be an 8-4 here. Ghost will get Vision as well. Definitely 10 bullets left. That goal is going to be there. Vision peeks through. Dennis takes him out. Mind you, Kapumba is low on HP. Time is not his friend right now. The rotation's coming out. He's going to put it to half here. He's taking it. The timing. No way!
What a
That's that last second to disrupt it. And meanwhile, Crump going in. Ice Speed though. Knife will go out, nullifying all the utility here. Dennis is going to be the first man going down. Zing is going to go down as well. And now for the trade by Kapumba! But Zing and Ming in the meantime finds another Crumbs. Good for the kill on to Ming here. Ming was extremely low on HP. But the headshots coming out from Crumbs. Takes out two. Making it a 3v2. Takes out another Crumbs on absolute fire right now. The drone. They are going to have this sound kill. Scream finds the head of Ghost here. Oh no, how does... Potential forcing the players back, but there's a backside coming in the meantime. Ice Speed takes out one. The Boombot doing a lot of damage. Crumbs peeks through. He will get shut down. This is going to be the question. He's still getting pushed here.
Last player standing.
Double pick coming out and Kapumba is off with. What is this crosshair? What?
Is it trolling?
Vision in the meantime with the operator picks up two. Scrim gets another. What?
It's trolling.
Last player standing.
Oh, Kapumba will shut down one and Kapumba does have the gravity pull. Does manage to get it. He's going to be able to get that kill onto Ice Speed and now leaving Ming in a 1v1 and no way! Kapumba! What a play!
My God.
But they really need Navo. Navo got tapped so hard there. Defiance picks up the kill onto Navo, leaving Zipper in a 1v3. But Roach, why? I feel like he's the only player. Meanwhile, Benji peeks forward, takes out Maya here, and the Painter's doing a lot of damage to Hero Raj. But Hero Raj with the right click coming out, try to recover. Spectre will get taken down. That's Jazz. They've got sound cues coming out, and Zipper will get taken out. Roach having the idea, and another throw gets tagged down to very low HP. Zipper picks up the second as well. Jazz trying to push forward. Good for one. Looking for more, but Maya is there for the trade. Defiance in the meantime.
To stop this kill. Zipper, of course, with the second on Roach. Jazz is good for one, good for two. Heroes will get spotted. Jazz is not good for the kill. We are left in a 1v2. It's a time for the spike clip comes down. And there we go. Heroes is good for a third. He dropped the Vandal and Maya good for one, Maya good for two.
He's going to drop down. Navo is good for one, making it a 1v4 now and settling forward. There is no chance that Defiance can
spare. The settles come in. Zipper, rather, River flies in.
Zipper good for one, Zipper good for two, good for three. What a play looking for. The satchel is going to be there, but it's going to be Roach putting him down. Can they make it a 6-6 half? Defiance will get spotted out and he will take him down. Navo to clean things up.
And yeah, there you go. Roach is good for one. Navo loses his life. Roach good for a second.
Good shots coming out, evening things up. Oh my God! What? A 3v4 completely doable. They are going to push forward, but collect coming out from Benji. Camera will get taken down. Soldier in the meantime. Sasha's in, but Roach is going to be holding down the side. Picks up one onto Zipper, looking for more. Picks up the second as well. And meanwhile, Wata will be able to trade him out, but there is another kill from Wata. Benji in the meantime finds a kill onto now, making it a 3v2. In trouble. Wata finds another. This man is absolutely insane. Meanwhile, on the board here, Defiance low on HP, looking for more. Does not going to find Jazz with the Spectre. Maya coming in with the flag. It's good for two. Because Zipper looked at him late. Oh my God, Zipper!
Zipper, good for a third.
See Roach going down, and the plant will go down. Zipper picks up another. Zipper picks up the third as well. Zippa already firing on all cylinders. He was spotted out. He's looking for more. Good for the fourth. Looking for the ace. Can he get the ace? But no, it's going to... And with that, we have Soul River with the operator finding the first pick here. They do know that he is there. Soul River good for another. The question. Maya will pick through and Soul River.
Attack.
Oh, Maya picks up one. Maya picks up the second as well. This is a really good start. They heard it at least.
Might have spotted it, yes. Oh.
Turns around. Oh, no. No, he hit him.
Come on, let's go!
Give me those stuff.
Who's next?
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gamer.LK's Logitech G Valorant Pro League, powered by Viewsonic Gaming and energized by Red Bull. And joining me for the cast today is going to be Kitty. Hi, Kitty.
Hello, Tara. Good evening.
Good evening. So today is basically the final day of the VPL, and we are just about to head on over to the third place match. And today's third place match is going to be between none other than Maximum Esports as well as Maximum Esports versus Noob Alliance today. So we did see Noob Alliance going down to the likes of WG in the semifinals, and we had Maximum Esports actually giving up a good fight against UG. But in the end, UG just reigning supreme. They are just showing why they are one of the top teams in the country.
Absolutely. So the highlights that we saw earlier were of those two semifinals, right? We saw Noob Alliance versus WG, and we saw Maximum Esports versus Union Gaming. So heading into this of course is going to be the third place match between these two teams. So Tara, please do continue.
For sure, and today's match, obviously the video is going to be the interesting part here. We'll have to wait and see what type of map these teams are going to be picking up. We should be able to see it on screen shortly. And yes, we do have it. So Kitty, we do have a first pick, Fracture, coming out. That's right, we have Fracture and the second pick on Icebox. What better maps to have for a third place match here between these two teams? I mean, we haven't seen NA on Fracture yet. We only saw UG on Fracture for the entire tournament. So this is a bit of a new one where we are a bit lost as to what NA might be looking to do. Icebox, on the other hand, we saw how strong Maximum Esports is. They even managed to give a really good fight against UG. Yeah, it is one of their most favorite picks. But the decider, if it does go to the decider split, I feel like is Noob Alliance favored here. But obviously on the day itself, it just comes down to who is going to be feeling better on that particular day and how well each of them are going to perform. And we do have the two Razemans going up against each other as well. We have Ice Speed on one side as well as Zippa on the other. But Kitty, thoughts on the map selection? You agree with what I say, or do you
well, you know, 2 days back when we had the semis, we were begging that we will be able to see a Fracture being played on the night of the finals, right? So we did get our wish. So it's amazing to see Fracture being played, and it's actually no surprise that we are not seeing Breeze being one of the maps, given how strong NA was on their previous matches playing that map. And I'm actually quite surprised that we are seeing Icebox as well, because Maximum Esports was actually doing really well playing on Icebox in those past few matches, but then again, so is Noob Alliance. But the fact that we are seeing Split as the decider, I'm not actually quite sure how I feel about that, right? Given the fact that we had this map being played in the semis as well. Noob Alliance did not do very well, I would have to say, against WG. However, Maximum Esports did put up a really great fight, I would say, even more so than on Icebox, on Split. So I feel like going into this map, I think Maximum Esports would actually stand a chance if it does go all the way. But having said that, at the moment, I still think that it is anyone's game.
For sure, and I also agree, if it does go the distance, I think it might be a 2-0 in favor of Max. But again, this is all coming down to Fracture here because we haven't seen either one of these teams play on Fracture, so we are a bit clueless as to what they might be doing. But having said that, let's head into the rosters for today's game. Let's have a look. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the rosters from either side, and we are going into agent select here. We'll most probably be seeing Viper coming out from both the sides, but the rest of the agents here is going to be the interesting part. Maybe Cypher as a Sentinel instead of Killjoy. A lot of people have been preferring this. What are your thoughts, Kiddy?
Yes, indeed. So I think the main smokes would actually be Viper coming out from both the teams, but we have also seen you know, there being a double smoke lineup. Preferably it being a Viper and an Astra, coming out from some teams during the Champions as well. So given how these teams play, we'll have to see if they do take that into consideration. But we also have been seeing, you know, a lot of Cypher being played, as you said, as well as a Breach. So I feel like this would actually form the roster going into, or rather the composition, going into this match from the team. So I think, you know, we'll see a Viper, a Cypher, a Breach, as you said, and maybe paired with a Sova. And the duelist, I think, I'm not quite sure how Raze would fit into it, but maybe a Raze, maybe a Jet, I think, would be what sums up the composition going out for this team.
Indeed, and Jet is probably one of the more popular agents on this map, I would feel like, just because of the amount of off angles that you can hold. There's so many entry points, there's so many angles to watch, and Jet with the dash is able to hold very aggressive angles and is able to do this very effectively. But having said that, we might see a change up as well. I mean, because we do have two Raze mains playing on either sides. We have Zipper and Nightspeed on either side, so obviously they'll most probably be picking up that Raze, and then it's going to be whether they're going to be playing a double duelist or a single duelist lineup here. But I feel like the go-to choice on Fracture will most probably be Cypher for these teams. Breach, you did mention we did see a Breach from UG, but I'm not entirely sure whether either one of these teams have Breach players. We know Breach is really strong on Fracture. We did see it during Champions also. We had, I think it was Sentinels who played on Fracture, and it was the Shazam, I think, who absolutely destroyed with a Breach on Fracture. And he had an absolutely amazing game on Breach, and we might see a replication of it from one of these teams, but I'm not entirely sure because I haven't seen any of these players play Breach. Whether we are going to see a double initiator, that's going to be the next question. Whether we'll be seeing a double initiator or maybe a double sentinel lineup coming up, we'll have to wait and see. But I think for the most part, for the side of NA, they will go with that Viper on Dennis, right? They will probably go with Viper on Dennis, and maybe Ghost on the Cypher, and Breach maybe on Zing, Sova or Breach, but I don't feel Sova is that great on this map, so probably Breach or Sky. Breach or Sky on Zing. And I think Ice Speed will be sticking to that Raze. And who else are we missing? We are missing the hero for yeah, that's about it, right? Yeah. Oh, Ming, actually. Ming, yeah, oh, we did forget here. Ming probably, but this is going to be the question mark, right? Whether he is going to play for the Jet or whether they are going to just go with a single duelist lineup. If they do go for the single duelist lineup, who is Ming going to be playing? And, oh yeah, we have our questions answered. It's actually going to be Ming on, wait.
Okay, so it's going to be Zing playing the Breach, and we are seeing double controllers, as I maybe suggested. You know, we're seeing both Viper and the Astra being played by the side of NA. And looking at Max, we have the Sky combined with a Sage and a Raze. And, well, you know, we're just going straight into the match. There we go. Noob Alliance on attack.
And it's actually Ming on Cypher, which is interesting. We have Ghost on the Viper as well as Dennis on the Astra. Having said that, after a really good start, it's a 4v4, but that pain shell immediately taking out Zing. Ghost has the trade onto Weekend here, looking for more. Maya gets spotted out. Ghost is a really good retake angle that they're having. Maya will get spotted out. I think Ghost DC'd here. What happened to Ghost?
Oh, unlucky from side of NA. Ghost actually DCs.
Oh, but there is a nice
walks
speed.
into the fire of Maya.
Zippa in a
But
1v2.
And Dennis.
Okay, this is not possible for Zipper. Two different angles being held. He spots out one, throws the pain shell out, but he does not have the time to go for the diffuse. He spots out, but does he have the time? He actually got it halfway down. He might actually. What? No way.
With 1 second left, he manages to do it. Well, you know, I think pushing Dennis there was the right call, and having those pain shells in play to push off the player inside elbow. Or rather tube was the call. Then Zipper played it really smart. But I think, quite unfortunate from the side of Noob Alliance. They did lose Ghost early on, or rather he did DC, and that was just a free kill for the side of Maximum Esports.
Sure, and big brain players definitely coming out from Zipper. He knew that if he got one more kill, he would have the pain shells as well. And like you said, I think pushing Dennis there was the right call, because he was never going to get that diffuse off while both those players were alive. And having said that, I think Ghost did DC, which is unfortunate. I feel like he might have lagged out there. And that might have been another reason that they lost the round. But nevertheless, a good play coming out from Zipper to close out the round, getting that first round on defense. Again, a lot of people say that this is more attacker favored than defense, because it's a tough map to defend on. So many entry angles, so many rotations which are possible. So it's not easy to defend this map for sure. So obviously, NA is looking for maybe an 8-4 or a 7-5 half here, at least a 7-5 at minimum. They don't want to even this out at 6-6 going into the next half. So getting this pistol round for the side of Maximum Esports is going to be huge. This means they'll probably win the next round as well. That's 2 rounds on the board already, and they just have to worry about getting a couple of more rounds on the board afterwards. But having said that, we are just waiting on the players to ready up here again. I think there was a DC from NA, so hopefully we will have the game resuming back up. But going to round number 2, this is the the SMG round coming out from Maximum Esports, and Noob Alliance obviously is going to be on save here unless they decide to force buy. And I think they might have actually force bought here.
Ghost has returned, and we are seeing round number 2 being played. There we go.
Oh.
Yep, they have force bought as you said, but early kills coming in. 2 players of Noob Alliance down, and once again Ice Speed makes his way into side. Is good for 1 kill. Heroes goes down. It is a 3v2 in favor of Maximum Esports at the moment.
Now for the retake, both are inside, but the spike is in a very weird location. They need to get to the spike, so they need to clear it. Oh wow! Ice Speed and Dennis goes in, takes a water as well as Maya, leaving them in a 1v2.
I have the spike.
Dennis is low.
They spot out Weekend. They know he's here.
Yeah, so the problem is going to be getting that spike into the plant location without getting spotted. And yes, they do make it in. But of course, they are against a Sage, which means she has the ability to heal herself up. She is back to 100 HP, and Dennis not looking good. Gets taken down, but finally Ice Speed is there to clean things up. I think, that was a good buy round coming up from them as well. They did decide to force it. Might not have been the best idea, but they did make it work.
Yeah, this is going to throw side of Maximum Esports into a save, having lost that round. They cannot even force buy at this point, so they will be on a couple of sheriffs maybe, but on the side of NA, we will see another full SMG buy coming out from them here. Going into this round number 3, the force buy working out for them, and maybe, I mean, obviously you can try it out, right? There is no necessity to say that you need to save it. It all depends on what you want to do. And they worked out for them. Meanwhile, Ming already good for the kill onto Weekend there, all the way in east side by the looks of it. Pushing forward, Ice Speed throws out the potential. They have taken control of B here. But the Cypher is hiding here. Water needs to be careful.
I think they are aware of the Cypher being played. Yes, he does. He makes it out of the smoke, but Ice Speed is good for refrag. 2 players on the flank, but 1 is taken down, 1 spotted. Ghost is good for the second. And just like that, we are left in a 3v1 with the spike planted, and it is going to be the Viper left alone. There we go, Heroes trying to make something out of this situation.
spots out one.
Dennis
One,
spots it.
he is good for one. No way.
Zing.
Zing whiffing a little bit there, but we'll close it
Yep.
out.
It's the end result that counts, I would say. And yeah, it is Noob Alliance with 2 on the board. Maxim Esports, they did save that round. They did do some damage. But nonetheless, I think we will be seeing a full buy coming out from this round. Yes, we do.
The
And-
problem here is that NA actually lost quite a bit of weapons there. I mean, they only had 2 players surviving, so which means they had to rebuy. And I'm pretty sure they do not have the money to go in for rebuy here. Obviously, they can buy up Spectre, which would mean that they have to play the next round afterwards with almost no credits at all if they do fail it. Buying into Spectre, because they know that they're running into a bunch of rifles as well. So we are going to see Ghost and Zing going into the Spectres and Dennis and Ming saving for the time being. But we do have another pause that is going to be from Zipper coming out from Maxim Esports, so probably having an issue with one of the players. And again, going to this map, like obviously stats wise, there is a lot to talk about again, and very little that we also know about this map as well, right? Because you have so many rotations that you can pull off. The zip line in the middle, obviously allowing you to cross between both sides of the map. A lot of things at play here, but right now we haven't seen too many being done by either side. I mean, obviously from the attacking side here, Noob Alliance, they have been just barreling down into one side on all these rounds. But hopefully, as the game goes on, we might see something different.
Yeah, so now since we do have a bit of a tech pause going on, and we do have a few seconds, oh, never mind. Just as I say that, we are starting the round. There we go. So what I wanted to mention, of course, Terra, was the fact that Noob Alliance are going on with 2 controllers in this moment. So they do have that Astra combined with the Viper, which means they do have the ability to make use of those concussions, of those gravity wells alongside the smokes, if need be. I mean, the nebulas. And yeah, but nonetheless, so far, the sights
Okay, Zipper spots out
team
2 here. So this is dish control completely given away from the side of Maxim Esports, and we do see a bit of a split coming out with the Astra lurking all the way in B side. This is pretty decent because he is looking for a rotation or someone who is going to be standing in the side, maybe to catch him off guard while he is trying to rotate into A side. But the spike will rotate completely back into B side here. But still, dish control is being held by Ghost here again with a massive lurk. The Viper ball is towards B side, so they should have fairly an idea that this might be happening. But still, only 2 agents in B side right now.
Off your feet!
Okay, they do use that breach ultimate, and we do see Ice Speed going in with a double satchels here. Not going to find anyone with this
30 seconds left.
He just
showstopper.
has to make use of it, but he does not get anyone. Ming, meanwhile, actually does land the kill on the Cypher. And the Ming is good for 1, and I think that is 1 rifle recovered.
Oh, Zippa also
Zippa
pulls on the
with the
showstopper, scores
showstopper
it out,
zone.
will get a kill onto Dennis. There
There wasn't anything Dennis could do at the moment, but Zippa pushing in, sees 1, does not get the kill. Ming is good for the trade, or rather Ming is good for the kill. And it is a 4v3 with the time ticking on the spike. Weekend. Spots 1, Maya is good for another, High Speed is good for the refrag. But the
One
spike
enemy remaining.
is being defused.
But Zing is going to be able to clean things up with that concuss coming out at the last moment. And that is another round on the board for Noob Alliance. Noob Alliance off to a really good start here. But again, this is, like I said, fairly an attacker favored map. And again, we saw it happening. The amount of angles that you can attack from, the amount of angles that you need to clear during retake, it is not easy. And we did see the fake going towards A side with the rotation coming back onto B. And yes, the entry was a bit weird because I think NA was expecting more players inside. They didn't expect a free side to be given out there. Ended up losing quite a bit of players, but managing to close it out due to Ghost coming in as well as Dennis there to clean things up.
I know exactly.
The first skill coming in from Ghost, and of course the neural theft being used as well, and all the players of Maxim Esports get spotted out. The flashpoint comes in once again. Hiraz does not get out, and a Zing is good for the kill. And just like
They are on a save, so these are rough round front. We might pick up 1 here. He's going to come through. Yes, he will pick up Zing here. Zing getting caught off guard. The white pick coming through, but he is going to be put down by Dennis in return, leaving Zippa in a 1v4 rough round for him to be in, and going to get spammed through the smoke by Ming. Clean it up. That's 4 rounds on the board. for the side of Noob Alliance. Off to a pretty decent start here.
Yep, I would have to agree. So far, Noob Alliance seeming like the better team going into this map. They know what they're doing, but you know, this is an attacker-friendly map, as we did say so. And we do have a lot of rounds still yet to be competed in, so things might still change. We have no clue how this game could go, so we will have to see. But of course, as you said, Noob Alliance off to a good start. And for the first time, I think we're actually seeing full buys coming in from both teams. An early concuss to start things off, to push the players off defense. Ice speed is good for the boombot. The flashes come in, trying to hold off that attack. And yep, still the control of the main, or rather A main, kept by the side of Maxim Esports.
They are going to go in. Ice speed will pick up Zipper. That's a massive skill to get. That is Zipper down for the round, and he's going to leave the site open fairly, but they don't realize that there are two players actually holding down his side. Maya with the blind will get some information that there are still players here. Seekers will fly out here. Two players are going to get spotted out here, and they know that one player is at dish. That's going to be Ghost. But the spike
So
is
this
still
is
towards
why
this side.
this map becomes hard. But as I say, that weekend is good for one kill. That is Ming caught off. So those are the players who are lurking in the B side, which get caught off by Ming, or rather Weekend. And we are left in a 4v4. Noob Alliance is still unsure, I would say, about which side they will be attacking, but they do stack up on B as I say that. So once again, we might be seeing a B push coming in from side, and we do have the Cosmic Divide coming in from Dennis as well.
We see Ice Speed going in, does get tagged down, will get shut down by Water on entry here. The trades are going to be there, but no, Weekend shuts down another Dennis with the trade there, but leaving the sole survivor. Dennis picks up Hero Rush though, but Maya for the cleanup. Dennis tried to almost clutch that, almost had that 1v3, but just not being able to take those 1v1s. And also Maximus was making sure that he was not given 1v1s, rushing in at the last minute to clean things up. So another round on the board for Maxim Esports, and I feel like Maxim Esports was reading them very well there. They immediately rotated, not, well, I won't say immediately, but they had an idea of what was happening and did manage to get a couple of players into the side before the plant went down, which allowed them to get those kills on entry. This is another fake here. Viper Wall is going to be at B, but they are going for a full-on hit on the A side. They will use a Breach Ultimate to get into side. Zipper picks up one. Zipper picks up two. My lordy. Pain Shells will go into the Viper's pit here to stop anyone entering it. So this A side control completely in the hands of Maxim Esports, not being able to push into any of the into this Viper's wall, as well as Zipper, who is going to be holding this. Dennis, if he picks this, he's going to peek, and the trade is going to be there, but making it a 2v4 now. The Ghost coming back into dish.
One enemy remaining.
But he will get shut down by Maya, not clearing the angle, leaving Zing in a 1v4. He's going to be pushing this, he's going to clear this, he will. That's the Viper wall down, or Viper Ultimate down here on A side. Maya will get shut down as well. Zing, good for two. Gonna take through, spots one. Good God, that's information given on both those players. Yep. The resurrection is going to come through, but he will get the plant down here safely. If he can make these 1v1s. Spots out one. Good shots coming out from Zing on the Weekend, leaving Water. He does not have shield. Zing with the upper hand here. Water was the one who got resurrected, so he does have only 100 HP against the full armor, almost full armor on Zing, but the flick coming out from Water to clean things up. Zing almost clutching it out and missing those shots, costing him dearly there onto Water.
Yep, that was an amazing effort coming out there from Zing, managing to get the ace, but in the end, the resurrection was enough to keep Maxim Esports in the game. So the score is 4-3 at the moment.
Yep.
One enemy remaining.
Yep, still one round ahead is Noob Alliance, but Maxim Esports are slowly closing that gap.
Yeah, Zing actually missed the first couple of shots there onto Water, allowing him to just flick onto his head to shut him down. But I feel like Zing should have been able to win that at that point. Just the pressure, I guess, telling in a 1v4 there, not being able to make it work. Ming, blinded.
the early blinding lights being used, or rather guiding lights being used to get that initial information.
Toxins going up.
And once again, we have this wiper wall being set up in the side of B, coming out from the side of Noob Alliance. So this is something which I think we've been seeing nearly every round coming out from the side of NA. Even when they were aggressing on an A push, this happened to be their choice.
Again, a very split push coming out. They are basically defaulting. Meanwhile, Ghost will find one, almost within those shots there, will pick a weekend off and will go for a full-on rotate. But Ming is going to be running into the sky at this year. They are backing off for the time being. Ice Speed will get pushed back by the Vipers' bites at A side. Still, no control of sides have been taken. 3 players have been stacked up at A side for the time being with Zippa rotating in. Maya is good for one onto Ming. And he is going to turn on, not expecting the second player, but Zippa picks up the kill onto Zing, making it a 3v3 now. Going to be a rough one. Ice Speed good for one. He does not know there's a player inside. Hero Raz is good for 2. Leaving the last man surviving Ghost in a 1v2. Can he make this happen? They have an idea of where he is, because Sky was taken out at Dish,
10 seconds
so they
left.
know that Ghost is still here. And yeah, Water is going to be able to get that cleanup kill onto Ghost, making it a 4-all. Action Esports with a good comeback here, and Noob Alliance in trouble right now.
Yep, after that loss, Noob Alliance will be having to save this round. Which might make the score 5-4 in favor of Maxim Esports after the end of it. But nonetheless, I think that was actually a really good run coming out from Maxim Esports. And looking at the ultimates, we do have the Viper Spit available for Ghost. And once again, Vorta is armed with the Neural Theft as well. So I think the Rolling Thunder was used by Zing last round to aggress the site. Yes, it was. So yeah, that is the ultimates coming in. The Cypher Cam gets spotted, manages to stag Ice Speed in the process, and Zippa is looking good for one, gets Dennis 69 off the board.
Zing almost hitting those shots onto Water, who is holding that, but they haven't been able to get into sight yet. They're still looking for a pick. Water needs to be careful. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Ming and Ghost both pushing through from the other side of towers here. Haven't really gone inside. Pain shells are going to push Water back. Meanwhile, Heroraz is good for the kill onto Ice Speed. Going to peek through. It's going to put a Zing down. And Ghost will pick up a Sheriff kill onto Weekend. Still in the fight here, if they can recover some weapons here.
Yep, they make it a 4v2, but not looking good. Ming is low on health, spots one, or rather gets spotted. And it looks like Ghost is making his way up into Tube. And there we go, gets spotted out by Water, not looking good in this gunfight. And Zipper finishes things off on Ming.
Ooh.
A Ghost gets another kill, that is Water off the board, left in it. 1v3.
The Sheriff in hand, but Maya will clean him up.
Yep, the score is 5-4 in favor of Maxim Esports, and I think for the first time this match, Maxim Esports are actually in the lead.
Yep.
Yep, and this time we'll be seeing a Baron coming out from the side of NA. So far I think Noob Alliance would actually want to win these remaining rounds, right? There are 3 more rounds going into the end of the first half. And we did talk about this being an attacker-friendly map. So that being the case, I think they would want to end this on a positive note for themselves. So they do have the guns in hand. They do have 4 out of 5 ultimates remaining as well, or rather being activated. And as I say that, Dennis uses once again the Cosmic Divide being used. Ice Speed might follow in with the Showstopper in hand if need be.
Oh, Zing will actually clean up Heroraz with that flashpoint. And they will go in, but Zippa gets Ice Speed with the pain shell. No way that this happened. Meanwhile, Zing and Ming are able to clean up 2 kills here. And the Neural Theft will go out, giving the final information. The spike will go down. Zing on 5 HP though.
Yep, essentially left in at 3v2, but there we go. Ghost decides to invest his Viper's Spit. But no, Weekend is good for the kill. Finally, Ming is good for the trade. And we are left alone in a 2v1. That is Water left alone to defend Ming and Zing. but Zing is only on 5 HP. One straight bullet would be enough to take him.
Player standing.
And yes, that does happen like that. So it is going to be Cypher versus the Cypher. What a good half. Switches to the cam. Unfortunate timing there.
I'm
Ming
not
is good.
sure whether he heard the sound cue though.
I feel like maybe switching to the cam was a mistake. Maybe there was a misclick.
Yeah.
You know, jitters and all. But I think he might have heard the sound, and that's why he got off after the half defuse. But a bit of, you know, jitters coming in to ruin his moment.
Indeed, and with that we are heading into round number 11 here, 5-5, and this third place match is already heating up between these two teams. Obviously, Maxim Esports here have studied the map a little bit, obviously, and that is allowing them to be able to hold on right now, and M-eS first map is not going according to plan.
Yep. It is still a 5-5. Maybe, and there you go, the Rolling Thunder coming in. From the side of NA. Ghost is good to capitalize, but Water is good to take off Ming off the board. He does not make the same mistake twice. Zipline gets to second.
Oh my lord.
Spike down.
The
B.
Showstopper takes Dennis off
One
the
enemy
board, but
remaining.
Ghost is good for the refrag.
And Hiroraz
Okay,
picks up
yes.
3 to close things out, making it a 6-5 and
Last
shutting
round before the
NA's
switch.
entry down completely. And this so far not a good start for NA on this.
Yep, they did make it a 6-5. If they maybe end the first half in, you know, a 6-6, making it equal heading into the second half, things might take a change for the better. But so far, I would have to say it is still anyone's game, right? And
Indeed.
it is, of course, something which we have not seen either of these teams playing in. So we are seeing both these teams playing on Fracture for the first time, and I think it is the first time that they are meeting each other on this map as well. But that being the case so far, it is looking like a really, really easy match.
This is interesting. They haven't taken the spike, so this is a pretty much a massive fake coming out. They're waiting for some picks at B side here. We have Beacon holding tower here. Will he spot someone out is going to be the question. We have Ghost at the bottom of tower ropes here, and he is looking to go up, but Beacon still does have this angle. Mota is holding a separate angle as well. Information has been given. Maya will pick up the kill onto Ming here, picks up another with the rotation coming out, and he pushed all the way from Dish for that backstab, so it's going to leave them in a 3v5 on the side of Noob Alliance in a tough position to close it out on a 6-6, but can't count them out. They still do have high speed in the books here, but he's going to get shut down. Hiroraz holding a very tight angle will shut high speed down, making it a 2v5 now, making it almost impossible for them to win the round. Hiroraz does have the Viper split as well. He's going to be using it at A side, stopping any aggression coming out towards this side. And meanwhile, whoa, as I say that, Zing will pick up one, leaving him in a 1v4. Can he go for the ace is going to be the question.
10 seconds left.
That flashpoint did quite a bit of damage, will clean Maya out. 4 seconds on the clock. He is going for the plant, but he is going to be run down by Zipper. Zipper obviously knowing that he does not have the time to plant and kill him both, so fearlessly rushing in with the satchels, making it a 7-5 half in favor of Maximum Esports.
Yep, indeed. I mean, you know, we were uncertain how this would go, which team would be the best, but I think Team Maximum Esports have come prepared for this, I would have to say.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, they did lose a few rounds in the beginning, but they did change the momentum, and look at this. That was for 6 rounds altogether won after those initial losses from them. And they do have the momentum on their side going on into the second half. But nonetheless, we need to admire, you know, the effort coming out from the side of NA. Zing has been phenomenal going into the first half, nearly clutching it with an ace. But yeah, we will have to see how the second half does unfold.
Oh, Icepeed picks up a kill here with the pain shell, and Ming is good for another. Zipper will find a refrag with the pain shell onto his own teammate by the looks of it, and they are down to the last man surviving.
Actually, so quick. I'm not even quite sure what happened, but the only thing I know is, yeah, there we go. in a matter of seconds, nearly everyone in the side of Maxim Esports just died. And
I'm a bit confused. I think.
I believe
Zing actually, no, sorry.
yeah,
I think
Zippa's own paint
Zippa.
shells managed to kill off Heroes.
Yep.
I assume he might have been low, so yeah, the initial aggression coming out from the side of Noob Alliance there, that was in a main three-player rush, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And yeah, making it a quick round, getting that round, and heading into this semi-buy. They do have the SMGs in hand, might be able to make it a 7-7.
We don't have a force buy this time around coming out from Maxim Esports like we saw from NA. So it's going to be a very slow round, but they are going to be pushing very aggressively. Look at this push coming out from Zing as well as Ice Speed here through to the dish from all the way from spawn here. And
Yep,
they
only
will catch out.
Yep,
Yeah, they
Maya
will catch out
is
Maya here.
by himself, and yeah, they might be able to pull a kill, and there we go. With
Yeah,
the
meanwhile,
guiding light in
Ming
hand,
finds two onto Zippa as well as Weekend, leaving Water and Heroes in a 2v5 here. Not an easy one to take. There is the wall up as well. The shots will come through, will clean up one, might be a flawless. They're holding the angle, and Ming will not even go down, cleaning up Heroes, making it a 7-7 and a flawless round coming out from Noob Alliance with that buy run. So now we are going into the full buy coming out from Maxim Esports. They did save. So obviously looking to win this round, and we have Noob Alliance on bonus here, and it's going to be about how much damage they can do and whether they can maybe close out the round. And it's a couple of players on the side of Maxim Esports are going to be on a couple of half shields, not going to be having a full buy. Heroes going to be on a Spectra as well, so not everyone's going to be having the full loadout.
yes, indeed, and I think those are two impressive rounds coming up from the side of Noob Alliance there. They made it a 7-7 quite quickly, but as I say that, we head into the full buy coming in from Maxim Esports, as you did mention. And there we go, the initial aggression coming in. Dennis is there to meet it, but Maya is good for the kill. Ice Speed manages to get one. Boombot goes in. Zippa.
No. Did Zippa go down?
There.
No, he didn't.
No, I don't think so, no. The Boombot did a
Oh,
bit of damage.
small angle. Zing finds a very small crevice of a spot to shoot through, and he will take out one. Zippa now coming in through the flank, will clean up the last two. But already damage has been done to Maxim Esports here, leaving Ming in a 1v2. But Zippa peeks through, down to 21 HP. He's going to get pushed back here and might get taken out. Yes, Ming definitely clutchable here. Looking for the last man. Heroes does have lineups by the looks of it, so it's not going to be an easy defuse.
So, yep. There we go. He hears a tap, but I think Ming is aware of this. Yes, he is, and he decides to push him instead of going for that defuse. He looks the wrong way, and Heroes is good for the kill. But nonetheless, I think, as you said, the damage is done. They had 4 rifles heading into it, and they lost all 4 rifles. And the Heroes, ironically, the only one with the Spectre, and that is the gun that he manages to save. There we go. This was the turning point, I would have to say. Zippa there just going for the collat, and both Zing and Ghost falling.
I think if not for that, I think Noob Alliance might have been able to even win that round, regardless of the weapon disadvantage. But having said that,
Zing did see a sliver of the Sage as he was going into the plant. If he might just have peeked that 1 second earlier, he might have gotten that kill before the spike actually went down, which might have also made things in favor of Noob Alliance there.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, I think that was a good round there, and yep.
Ming seems to be having some really good one-ways here at his site on the Cypher. Meanwhile, door gets open, Ghost still holding this. Trying to pick through, will be backing off, but he's going to get pushed by Zippa here. Looking to clean things up. Zippa going to get pushed back. Ming good for one, looking for more. Might pick up another. No, he does not. He gets shredded by Maya immediately. But the one-ways on A site here are keeping them at bay, at least for the time being. They have got control of the side. They will get the plant down with the wall going up, but Water in the meantime will shut down Ice Speed, making it almost impossible. Ghost coming in through the ropes here, looking for more. Finds another Ghost on absolute fire right now, looking for more kills here. Weekend and Heroes are the last two left. Heroes does have the lineups though. Interestingly enough, it was not NA with the lineups, and it is going to be Maxim Esports with the lineups apparently, but they are chasing this down. Ghost knows that this is happening, and are looking for the kill. The trades are going to be they're leaving Weekend in a 1v2, but is there time to defuse? This is going to be the question. They are trying to go in, getting pushed down. Weekend still holding strong here. He had to reload down to the last man. No time to defuse. He will shut him down, but there isn't time on the clock, and it is going to be Maxim Esports taking that round as well. But no, he does. Ooh, 0.6 seconds on the clock. Noob Alliance makes it
I was
happen.
not quite sure which way that would go, but in the end, with just 0.65 seconds left, Dennis manages to get the spike defuse. But there you go, this play from Ghost I think was what was needed there. He got those 2 initial kills and he also pushed heroes, making sure that those lineups were not in play. And yeah, Dennis and Zing cleaning up Weekend and managing to get that round in their favor. Good stuff coming up from them.
Weekend, if he had was able to hold on for another half a second, they would have had that round, but in the end it wasn't the case. But with that, we have a fast B hit coming out, so change up of strategies coming out from the side of Maxim Esports. They are on a save here, so they will be rushing into B side.
Yeah, we have seen that working for them earlier on in maps like Icebox as well. They are trying to do the same thing, but Dennis has a different plan for them, using those nebulas and those gravity wells, and Maxim Esports will have to back off and rethink their strategy.
Yeah, they do seem to be backing off, but they backed off and now re-aggressing back into B site here, but it's a very slow push unlike last time. Looking for a pick off here, but we don't see any of the NA players having moved from the side, so the blind will go out, giving information that one player is in the corner. Dennis picks up 3. What a play coming out from Dennis, just shuts the entire aggression coming out from the side of Maxim. He puts down, leaving 2 players left. Ice Speed good for the kill onto water, leaving Weekend in a 1v5 and a pistol to boot. He picks up 1, but not going to be able to do anything else, making it a 9-8 right now. Noob Alliance taking the lead yet again.
Yes, indeed. Dennis, there we go, getting a quick 1, 2, 3. I think he might have gotten blinded there, but nonetheless, by the time the players approach, he is good for, there we go, 3 kills, quick 3 kills, and I believe the round was over by that point. Yep, that was of course a save round for them. They did manage to get 1 kill, and yeah, there we go. With the end of it, is going to be a full buy coming in from them, with the exception of Zipper, who will be heading into it with a half shield. But nonetheless, both sides do have a majority of the ultimates ready, if needed be.
There's a 5-man push coming in from A main here, not from the dish side, from the other side, and they are going to be taking quick control of this side, but Ming is still holding the side strong. They still haven't gotten to the side. He's holding it. Meanwhile, we do have the Seekers going out, so he's going to give information on where he is. We have the showstopper going out, and Ming will get taken out here. That's a lot of commitment for just that kill. The Neuro Theft will go out giving that information. They are going to be holding this side down now. The rotations are going to come in to retake this. Wall is going to hinder this quite a bit. They are going to pick through. Ice Speed good for the kill onto Hero Raz. Looking for more here. Weekend is going to pick through. Oh my lordy, that's a dirty flick coming out from Ice Speed onto Weekend there. Showstopper is going to be out, but going to be shut down. But the Pain Shell actually gets that kill onto water, and Ghost is going to be able to clean things up. Getting that kill onto Maya, and yes, not paying attention to the corner or not clearing the corner there, costing them the round. But he's going to be throwing Maxim Esports into yet another save, or maybe even a forced buy here if they really want to go that way. And Noob Alliance building up a comfortable lead.
Yep, a good retake there coming out from the side of NA. Ming, of course, was left alone in A side with the full aggression coming out from the side of Maxim Esports. A lot of utility actually wasted, not wasted, I would say, being used to clear him out, but nonetheless he did a good job of holding onto the fort, or holding the fort. But nonetheless, Noob Alliance were able to rotate in time for the retake, and a good round coming out from them. Some insane shots there from Zipper. Apologies from Ice Speed, and yeah, they do win that round. And once again, Maxim Esports will be saving this.
Going to be a tough one for them to take here, and we do see a full-on push coming out from this side. We might run into Weekend here. Weekend will get shut down by that flashpoint coming out onto Weekend to clear that angle, and that's a spike down here at spawn. And Viper Spit with weird Viper Spit, I must say. The Neuro Theft will go out. Zing picks up another onto Water there, living in a 2v4 here, and they're looking to push through to find this last man, and Dennis will the last 2 kills onto Heroes will clean things up, making it 11-8.
Yes, indeed. Noob Alliance are looking strong at the moment. They once again have their momentum build up. And well, Taro, we did say about how this might be an attacker-sided map, but Noob Alliance are proving us wrong, I would have to say. They have been doing really well in their defensive side. And I think, Zing should be mentioned once again. He has been having a lot of kills, putting that aftershock to a lot of use. I think even in the second half, he did manage to find, I think, maybe 3 kills.
Yeah.
Just out of the aftershock itself, and combining that with the concussors, the flashes, and the rolling thunder, I think, Breach is deadly in the hands of Zing, and he's at the top of the leaderboard. So, I think my statement might be correct. Zing is making it work.
Indeed, and we do see why Breach is so strong on this map as well. It's so easy to clear up corners and to be able to get into sight or maybe even retake sites. And this is exactly why during Champions also, when we did see Fracture, we always did see a Breach in play for whatever the side that was playing. And obviously it is Maxim Esports who did not pick up this map, so obviously they are a lot more new as to what type of strats they might want to run on it. The question is probably caught off guard and did not realize that Noob Alliance might pick this up. But Noob Alliance, obviously having put in the work here onto the map, did have the idea of what composition they want to run, especially making use of that Breach and how strong he is on this map. The only man I feel like from Maxim Esports who is comfortable on the map has been Heroes. He has the lineups on it, and obviously Zippa. Zippa and Hirora seems to have put some effort into the map itself and has some information. Meanwhile, we do see the aggress coming in, and Zippa, good for one, will get traded out immediately by Ghost. So a double pick coming out from the side of Noob Alliance, getting that trade. This will shut down the push for the most part. There are 2 players pushing through the dish here. Cypher has, Ming actually has switched up sides. He is going to be holding down B side. But we have the likes of Zing and Ghost to hold down the side. Maya still on top here. The resurrection will go out here. The the flashpoint will get the trade though.
Once again, Zing with that after. I mean, I think they were waiting for Weekend to actually use his resurrection, and Zing was just waiting for that to pop in, and he was good to once again clean up Zipper. And Zipper is having a tough time there. And once again, we are left in a 4v4. The flashes do come in. Ghost gets tagged. Maya jumps in the side.
For one. Not going to be able to find, but Zing is going to be finding his second kill here, making it a 2v3 here in advantage for Noob Alliance here. But with the Viper spin, this could be Maxim Esports round if they are able to close this out. Going to be a tough retake because Zing is really low as well.
Yeah, Noob Alliance have been having some amazing retakes, but the Viper's pit might be enough to change things up. And as I said there, but no, Dennis actually lands the kill and Heroes goes down, and it is Weekend left alone, and Dennis once again a second kill to clean things up. I am not quite sure how Heroes died there. Maybe
random spray.
A spray coming in, yeah, from Dennis, and the Heroes just loses his head there. And another round, putting Noob Alliance on match point.
Yeah, so far, this Bo3 series, Noob Alliance did have a shaky start on attack. It looked like they might be running away with the game, but Maxim Esports showing that they had some answers for what Noob Alliance was doing. But right now, Noob Alliance very well set to take this map number 1. Of course, we see the map selection, and the next one is going to be a tough one on Icebox. I really haven't seen Noob Alliance play too much on Icebox. Not to say that they're bad on Icebox, just that we haven't seen a lot of them on Icebox. But on the other hand, we know that Maxim Esports are extremely strong on this map for the longest time running now. We have a split.
Was the map that Max always tended to go with when they did have that opportunity available for them. And we have seen some insane plays. But nonetheless, this map is not yet over. We do have...
Oh, he speed to a double peek, but he will shut both of them down. Zipper and Water already down here. That's a complete aggression shutdown here. The Astro Divide will go out. So the Boombot is going to get that information. Heroes, good for one. Zing will pick up Heroes in return. Weekend with the trade onto Ice Speed, making it a 2v3. With the start that they have, this is not too bad. Zing will pick up Weekend though, and the Flashpoint is going to throw him out of position here. and they're going to go in. Concuss is going to be there, and Zing for the cleanup onto Maya, taking map number 1 in 13-8 fashion. I won't say it was very dominant, but towards the latter part, it looked like Noob Alliance knew exactly what Maxim Esports were up to and was able to close things out quite easily.
Absolutely. I think, the attack half did not go in their favor as they planned, but once again, they were able to do their best. And at the end of the second half, they were really strong in those defensive plays. And I think that was an amazing performance coming out from Zing as well. He might have been the MVP for that particular match. And I think Noob Alliance off to a strong start here in the third place match.
Zing definitely putting Breach to its maximum use on Fracture, and this is exactly why we were saying that Breach is probably the agent over Sova, or maybe even the Sky here, and Zing just proved exactly why that is. And with 26 strikes leading the kill board here, Zippa, of course, also again the raceman for Maxim Esports, doing really well. 23 kills under his belt. Heroes coming in with 12, and on the other side we had Ice Speed on the Rays picking up 18 as well. But just Noob Alliance just having better answers during defense to what Maxim Esports were doing. That's another problem. If you're not comfortable with the map, attacking on the map is a lot harder than defending, because you need to be very well coordinated during attack rather than on defense. Defenses, if you're obviously going for a retake, the story is completely different. But if you're holding down a site, there's nothing too much to coordinate with your teammates, or you just hold the angles, you hold the corners, you hold the side down to the best of your ability. But going into the attack, it's completely different. You need to coordinate your utility with your team, and if you're not used to the map, it makes it a lot harder to take control of a site. And we did see that problem coming out for the side of Maxim Esports, where they did not know exactly how to get into a site or how to take control of it, because we always saw Noob Alliance being able to shut down that initial aggression that was coming in to a side. I think it was very rare that we saw a plant actually going down in their attacking half, because Noob Alliance was almost always able to shut their initial aggression down, and they were always going into around a man or two shot going into that plant, which allowed them to win the map number 1 here. But map number 2, Kitty, it's a little bit more interesting. Obviously, it's a Maxim Esports pick here. Noob Alliance are decent on it. I have seen them once or twice, not too much. But Maxim Esports, like we've been saying, are extremely strong on it. But having said that, while we do wait for game number 2 to get underway, I want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors Logitech G, as well as Viewsonic Gaming and Red Bull, coming in clutch to make sure that this tournament is a possible 200,000 rupees in prize money on the line for these players who are taking part. And if you still have not voted for the most favorite, or the the best Valorant clan in the country, make sure to head on over to the Sri Lanka Valorant community page and vote for your favorite clan to give them that extra boost that is necessary. But right now we have 4 teams left in the tournament, 2 teams obviously in the finals, and then these 2 teams, Noob Alliance and Maxim Esports, battling it out for that 3rd place matchup. But the big game is going to be at 8 p.m. between UG and WG. As predicted, I mean, if someone at the start of the tournament said, who do you think will be the finalists, they would obviously pick UG and WG, and rightly so. They have made their way into the grand finals to face off against each other. So note, to be fair, we haven't seen a lot of upsets in the tournament. We saw Zyphos losing out, but Zyphos technically was not on full roster for majority of the matches. The only full roster I think that they played was against UG, but which they ended up losing badly. So I guess it just basically not being stable as a team, Zyphos, right now. And Techmorph coming out strong, beating out Zyphos 2-0, which wasn't expected. But again, their run was lived short. They won that matchup, but that was about it for Techmorph. And then on the other group, we had Phoenix Gaming, decent performance here and there, but just losing out completely to all the teams and ending up at the bottom of the barrel. But the good performance coming out from that group had to be for Evox, the most surprising performance, where they took out Phoenix Gaming, then gave up a really good performance against Maxim Esports. A standard performance, I think, was from Alvin, if I'm not mistaken, from the Jetman for the side of Evox. He had a really good performance on that team. But again, Noob Alliance and Maxim Esports reigning supreme on that. And mind you, Noob Alliance took that group 6-0, as well as UG taking their group 6-0 as well. So very dominant performance coming out from both the teams. But as the dust settles, it is UG versus WG in the grand finals. having said that, let's head on over to the head-to-head of this map number 1 on Fracture. Let's have a look at who it's going to be. It's going to be Zipper versus Zing. Zing picking up 26 kills to the 23 on Zipper. Average combat score pretty even, I must say. It's very close on both these players. 4 first bloods each for both the players, and a KD of 2.6 for Zing and 1.3 for Zipper. But what a performance coming out from Zing. The silent killer for the side of Noob Alliance, making it happen for them on this map number 1. But going into map number 2 is going to be the question mark on who is going to pop off, who is going to be able to close it out, whether it's going to be a 2-0 or are we going to see that third map on split is going to be the question mark for all who are watching, and us as well, because we don't know. I think it might be a 1-1 and we might see a decider, especially because of how good Maximum Esports are on Icebox. But hard to say. It's going to be how well these players are going to be playing on that particular day, and who has the better read on what the enemy is going to be doing. While I say that, going back to our sponsors, if you are in the market for some new peripherals, do check out everything that Logitech has to offer. These guys are absolutely amazing and has have you guys covered in terms of all peripherals that you might need, whether it's mice, keyboards, headsets, mouse pads, controllers, speakers, as well as whatever you might need for your even webcams, maybe for your streaming needs as well. So do check them out if you are in the market for something new. I myself am using a couple of Logitech peripherals myself, the G502 on a G240 mousepad, and as you can see, my headset is also a Logitech G431, I think the name. Yes, I think that's right. But yes, multiple Logitech peripherals with myself as well, so I know that these things are good. You all can check it out. Very durable, good quality stuff, and they are boasting of the fastest wireless technology out there for peripherals, their new Lightspeed technology. But with that, we do have match number 2 ready, and it is going to be on Icebox. Let's get down into the agent select and see what these guys are going to be playing. Zipper picking up the Riz. We are looking for a Viper, most probably, from both teams.
Yep, just to mention, the last time we saw Maximum Esports playing on this map, the amount of first bloods that we had from Zipper was insane. I think he's actually like the current lead at the moment for most first bloods throughout the entire tournament, and I think most of them might have actually gotten picked up on Icebox itself.
Yeah, and it was against UG as well. I mean, it wasn't against against a normal team. I mean, it was against one of the finalists, and Zipper went in for like 9 or 11 first bloods in that matchup. But almost similar lineups. The only difference coming out from the two duelists, Ming is going to be on the Jet and Iceweed is going to be on the Sage. Whereas on the other side, we have Zipper on the Raze, but it is going to be, that's about it. They are running that, single duelist lineup with Hota on the Sage, Hiroraz on his signature Viper, with Maya on his signature Killjoy. And we do have the Sova coming out for Water here. Going into round number 1 here.
Lineups that we do expect to see from teams, but the Sage is an agent which has been having a lot of I would say contention, but nonetheless these teams have made it work. Ming already to start things strong, getting the kill on weekend.
It is a split from mid, and Zipper does get spotted out. He has to fight up against multiple people, but Hiroraz and Maya will clean up the ice lead with the trade onto Zipper. Hiroraz picks up another with the right clicks from the classic. How OP is this weapon? Dennis will get the trade, leaving it in a 2v2. The spams come through. Dennis will get shut down from Water, leaving Zing in a 1v2, not being able to. They will get the plant, but as the dust settles, it is going to be Maximum Esports taking round number 1.
Yep, Noob Alliance going for an aggressive start there, splitting through mid and through B main. I think that was actually a play that we've seen from Maximum Esports as well, right? We initially saw them just rushing through mid all the way into A. But this time, Noob Alliance deciding to go to a B push, but I think that play was actually read beautifully from the side of Maximum Esports. And they do have the scoreline to reflect that. They make it 1-0, and heading into the second semi-bye round, they do have the SMGs in hand, and most probably would make it a 2-0.
Indeed, and obviously again here the read, like you said, the read from Maximum was on point, but I think Hiroraz needs to get the majority of the credit for that round. The amount of right click kills that he got with the classic just absolutely insane. I think he picked up altogether 3 kills in that round, or rather 2. Yeah, 2 kills, and those 2 kills were huge because those were on the players who were trying to go in for the plan. But we do have a split push coming out from the side of Noob Alliance. Spike is towards A side, so they are looking for information, but a lot of presence being shown here at B side, and they will lose 1 already. That is going to be, yeah, that is going to be the Sova being taken out. That is Zing going down at the start, but now the rotation is going to be towards that A side. So this fake wall at B forcing 3 players to come into side, but we do see the rest of the players, 2 players holding down A, at least for the time being.
Yeah, Ming also not looking too good for health, but Dennis69 making his way through kitchen. He does get spotted there from Heroes, forced to go back. And does he get spotted through mid? Yes, he does. Weekend is good for the kill. And Weekend is good for a second. That is Ming off the board. Weekend good for a third. And Maya is there to clean things up. And just like that, the score is 2-0 in favor of Maxim Esports.
Yeah, good start for them. Obviously, now the buy run coming out from the side of Noob Alliance, looking to get a point on round on the board, and Maxim is looking to do some damage here. But going to be the question, I feel like NA might end up losing this round as well, because right now I feel like Maxim Esports has their number. They have been able to defend the sides very well. But having said that, we do have a fast aggression coming in towards A side by the looks of it, with who's actually, yeah, with the Viper played by Dennis lurking all the way in towards the side here. Spots out 1, but the aggression is towards this A side.
Yeah, but of course Zippa is also still playing really close to B main. Might be able to catch Dennis off guard if he does decide to, you know, just be too curious there. But Dennis just playing smart at the moment. The shock darts, the recon darts being used by Water, trying to keep the players of Noob Alliance at bay. And the second shock dart used as well. Ming is not the best once again on health. He does take most of the damage there from the shock darts, but they do have the Sage to pop him back to full HP.
Right here.
They still haven't got into a site here.
Yeah, but nonetheless, the recon dart does spot out Ming and the Sage as well. They are yet to be playing. Yeah, there we go. High speed is good for the wall. The plant goes in. Water, good to take the wall down. No, not yet. And the plant goes down. Ghost meanwhile gets a kill on Maya, and the nano swarms being put in place as well. And they back off site, trying to play for those nades, to play for those lineups, and play to keep the spike in their possession. Dennis sending in 1 snakebite. Zing and Ming taking 2 kills. Water gets 1, but Heroes,
they might be holding this. He might actually be able to do it. Oh my lord, he holds it down. No way.
Dennis does get the kill with a snakebite, but Heroes is able to get the diffuser. That should not have happened.
Definitely,
That was
just
a good round. Yep. There you go. I mean, the snakebite was on point, but maybe no.
it's not. I'm confused as to how NA whiffed on that, just because of the fact that I think someone pinged out the spike as well, but they just could not land a shot on Heroes, who was just holding it down, and they might have thought it might be a fake, and the Viper's bite might throw him off of the side, but apparently not. Meanwhile, Ming picks up a kill onto Maya. Lovely headshot coming in from him. He's going to be the killjoy down inside, and this is going to open things up. The recon drone just gets the owl drone gets a bit of information as to where these players are at, but still they are looking to aggress towards this A site here.
Out of charges. Out of charges.
Very slow push coming out, very quiet in terms of the noise that they're making. They're finally going in. The wall will go up. They're changing things up with the wall. Finally going into the site here. Wall will get taken out. They need to be careful. They're taking this. We have Water pushing in, but Ming is going to be good for the kill. And meanwhile, is a trade there coming from Heroes. Will get shut down immediately by Ming again. Ming good for 2 here. Looking for more. Zipper coming into the side. Satchel going to be pushing Ming out. Ming will get taken out. Zipper is going to be good for the kill onto Dennis as well, leaving them in a 2v2 here. Going to go in for the defense. Ghost drop down. The noises were given away. Ice Spin picks up 1, looking for more, and Zipper Picks up Ghost as well, now leaving him in a 1v1. He throws out the pain shell, going for the defuse, and the pain shell will get the kill. And what a play from Zippa. He knew where high speed was, making it happen yet again for Maximum Esports, making it a 4-0 in favor of Maximum Esports.
Yes, indeed. Zipper ending the round there in style, using the paint shells to get the kill and managing to get the spike down as well. And as you said, the score is 4-0 in favor of Maximum Esports. They are looking really strong at the moment. And yeah, they do have momentum on their side, and I think they are doing really well. They might actually run away with this map. And we might see the semi-final, rather the third place of the Valorant Pro League, actually heading all the way into map number 3.
And it will be the first time for the entire tournament as well if that does happen. We haven't seen any 2-1s at all, or even 1-1 for that matter, during group stages. But meanwhile, they are looking to aggress towards this B side here. We have the Blade up, and it's going to be Ming picking up the first kill already onto Zippa. That's huge, because I think Zippa had the showstopper up as well. Yes, he did. But he's not going to be able to use it for this round. The plant will go down with the Viper wall and Sage wall coming up.
Spike planted.
And this is going to go in for the retake here. Heroes meanwhile gets spotted out. Maya good for the kill onto Ghost here at near the plant side. But the lockdown is going to be used. Going to be forcing most of these players back.
Yep, this
Going a tough one to.
Yeah, the players will be forced to move. There we go, the weapons coming up. The poison cloud coming in as well. And once again, Heroes is on that spike. Half is taken down. And yep, once again, Heroes with all those util in place does get the spike down. Noob Alliance managing to get a few kills at the end of it, but a bit too little, coming in too late. And the score is 5-0 once again in favor of Team Maximum Esports.
So far, it is not looking good for the side of Noob Alliance. Obviously, not finding an answer to this attack and retake coming out from the side. And Heroes just going in strong here. Does not really care, going for the defuse, sticking it down. We haven't seen him fake at even once here. Just holds it down, trusting in his teammates to cover him while he goes in for the defuse, and that's exactly what they have been doing. But now it's going to be a fast B hit coming out, and there's no one in sight right now. We have the Sage rotating back into B site here, but he's going to be a little bit late to the party if Noob Alliance does realize this. Our drone at mid, he's going to get a little bit of information that no one is at mid, but now they are going to use the Hunter Sphere to try and find a kill here. Weekend does get tagged once, but not going to be taken down. And meanwhile, Dennis the man uses the Viper's pit as well. His control oversight taken. The resurrection coming out onto Zippa, who was taken out, and we do see Maya picking up a kill onto Dennis, and they do find another onto Zing as well. That's the Viper's pit down, and now the showstopper coming online for Zing, throws it out, gets one. Maya finds the kill onto Ming as well, leaving the last man surviving. Ghost picks up one. Ghost picks up another. No way does he do this. He's going to be picking through yellow boxes, but Maya does have the angle, making it a 6-0. A lot of ultimates being popped from the side of Noob Alliance, not being able to close it out.
Absolutely, Maximum Esports are looking unstoppable at the moment. They managed to win 6 rounds back to back, and we will be heading on into a small timeout here. We do have 1 minute coming out from the side of Noob Alliance. And yeah, understandable. They did lose 6 rounds back to back, so maybe they need time to rethink how they will be approaching this. But having said that, I think, as you said, they did use a bunch of their util heading into that round. They had the Viper's Pit being placed, they had the Hunter's Fury being activated as well. And they did manage to get 1 kill off it, if I'm not mistaken. That was Zipper off the board, but quickly brought back to life by the resurrection on the side of Max Esports. They do have the lockdown and a resurrection of their own heading into this round. So maybe they might be able to put it to good use, maybe get at least 1 round here and try to turn things a bit back in their favor. But let us see how things proceed.
Yeah, and it is going to be Noob Alliance on a very weak buy here. They don't have the credit to full buy, so most probably going in for a full save or maybe even half share Spectres. But after this timeout, maybe Noob Alliance has come up with the strategy here. They are looking to push through mid by the looks of it. We have 3 players huddling at mid from the side of Noob Alliance, but haven't really with 2 players at B side. So this is going to be another B split coming out by the looks of it, and it might be a very fast one coming out from Noob Alliance. Yep, they are going to be pushing far. The smoke is going to be blocking that vision here. It is going to get walled up. The kitchen is walled up, so this is the mid aggression completely shut down, at least for the time being. Meanwhile, aggression not finding a kill here so far. They are quietly have moved into the B side here. Viper's Blight, they're going to throw them off. Zing is going to pick the wrong movement. Weekend will clean him up. And Hero Raz, sorry, Maya picks up 2 here. Zipper with the kill onto Dennis, leaving the last man surviving. Ming in, Ice Speed. They want the 5, and he's not going to be able to do it with him being cleaned out. And there's 7-0 right now against the side of Noob Alliance, and Maxim Esports looking extremely strong. With that, we are heading into round number 8, and Noob Alliance is in all sorts of trouble here. And mind you, this is supposed to be an attacker-favored map, and right now, Maxim Esports has not let Noob Alliance get a single round here, which is looking quite weak. And again, they are on a full buy, obviously looking to win this round if they want to make this a reasonable half at least. But if they're not able to make, updrops himself on top of cubes here, looking for a kill. In the pain cells, backing things out. Maya picking up one Ice Speed for the trade here. They're looking for more. Ice Speed will find the resurrection, but Water peeks through, takes out Ming. Ice Speed with the trade. Heroes will shut Ice Speed down in turn here. A lot of action here at mid. Dennis peeks through, but Heroes with the better pick, takes him out, goes with the flank, take him out as well, leaving the single player remaining. Wicked in a 1v2 duel here. Trying to get in with the spike down for the retake from Weekend here. Looking going to be a tough one. We do see the 2 players backing off, so they are looking to play this spike. Nanoswarm going to get taken out. The second Nanoswarm I don't think he can spot the second Nanoswarm here. Yes, he cannot spot the second Nanoswarm, so it will be used. And they are looking to go in. He is going to hold the defuse. The recon dart going to get thrown out, and he is going to get pushed. He spots out one, running out of time here, looking for kills. Not going to find one. He finds one, but Zing with the pick from the other side will close it out, getting the first round on the board for the side of Noob Alliance here.
Yes, indeed. Finally, Noob Alliance managing to put that first round in their favor. I mean, Tero, we talked about this might be a win for Maxim Esports. We did expect them to come on top, but nonetheless, we did not expect things to be so one-sided. But having said that, Noob Alliance finally managing to put that first round in their favor.
Indeed, but that is going to put the side of Noob Alliance on a bit of a weak buy. A couple of half shells coming out, but not looking that great in terms of economy. Meanwhile, the Viper Split is going to be used on a side by Hero, stopping any aggression coming into the side. This is going to force either Noob Alliance to play against this Viper Split and try to retake it while the Viper Split is there, or maybe rotate in. And that's exactly why we have 3 players already stacked up at B side from the side of Maxim Esports. They know that it's not going to be easy for them to push into this Viper Split here.
They do have the lockdown if need be, if they want to push this Viper out of sight. But it looks like they might be rotating once again back to a B push. They do have players in mid and in B. So yeah, as you said, they might be rotating to a B push. The players of Max Esports, meanwhile, they do have 2 players in B, 1 player in mid watching Boiler, and 2 players watching as well. But there we go. So the Killjoy ult comes in, the lockdown rather, from the side of Noob Alliance, but it looks like it will be used as a fake as they are lining up outside B. Yeah, the Wipers will comes in as well, but Weekend is still there. So the callouts go to the side of Maxim Esports. The Nanoswarm is put to use, the Hunter's Fury is good. So Maya, the Nanoswarm rather, is good to take out Zing. The Hunter's Fury follows, doing decent damage on Ice Speed, and they are left once again in a 5v4 situation. And the lockdown from Maya is followed as well. Zipper gets a kill. Ghost goes down, Dennis follows, Ming is good for 2. But once again, we have Hiraj with the Poison Cloud.
Oh no, he's going to just take the defuse down, and it's going to be a 8-1 in favor of Maxim Esports. No breathing room being given to Noob Alliance so far.
They tried to, you know, fake that lockdown. It kind of worked for them. They did manage to push all the players inside, out of it for a few seconds, but Weekend was actually there. He heard that weapons were coming in, and it was quickly communicated, and yeah, not looking good for Noob Alliance at the moment. And once again, they will have to save a round, which will make the score 9-1 in favor of Maxim Esports.
Get out of my way!
They need to rethink their strats going into this, but you know, Maxim Esports looking the better team in Icebox at the moment.
Yeah, and with that Ming with that blade storm out looking for a pick and mid, not going to be able to find it. He's going to push through. Oh no, he gets spotted out a little bit there by Weekend, and he will be put down, already losing a player. And we do see Heroes pushing forward here. Ghost inside tubes here, might peek at the wrong moment, does get spotted out, will be able to cross. And the spike will rotate towards this B side here, but Zippa is going to be holding a very tight angle here. It does get spotted out. Will be backing off at least for the time being. But meanwhile, Heroes with that push coming in will take out Ghost, and it's going to be a 3v5 still in favor of Technoff here.
I think you're in Maxim Esports. Sorry.
Yeah, Maxim Esports. Sorry.
One
Yeah,
enemy
and
remaining.
Zipper is good, and Weekender will clean things up with a quick 2k there. And yeah, the scoreline is 9-1 in favor of Team Maxim Esports.
Looking really bad for Noob Alliance right now. I mean, if this is a 9, this is going to be a 11-1 half. I don't think Noob Alliance will come back. I mean, it is looking destructive. Obviously, it is going
Highly
to be
unlikely,
affecting them.
I would say, yeah.
Flawless.
And we have seen, you know, Maxim Esports being really aggressive on this map as well. And if this is how the defense goes for them, I do not see them backing off or even losing the second half either. So just a few more rounds needed to wrap things up. And it looks like we will actually be seeing the third map played as well, given how things are going. But that being said, we do have 2 more rounds to be played in this half. 9-3 would be taking Noob Alliance in favor with the curse on their side. So yeah, a 9-3 curse might be a good thing in the third place map to actually see to spice things up in this last day.
Yeah, but right now, Ghost already good for the kill on Maya. This is a really good opening. They were finding it hard, and Dennis picks up Weekend as well. That's the top 2 fraggers on the side of Maximus, puts down. But Hero Raj will find the trade onto Dennis here, now fighting up against Ming. He still numbers advantage. The spike is towards his A side, and they are looking for a rotate here. But Hero Raj has an idea. Will shut Ghost down during rotation. And the queue has been given, so now all 3 players on the side of Maxim Esports is going to be rotating towards his A side and looking at mid Hero Raj. But are they going to be backing up? What are things that they might be rotating back? So he is going to be going back towards his B side, but the spike is going to actually come towards A here. They might actually get a very free plant here, since this information is not going to be seen by the side of Maxim Esports. So only Zippa is going to be inside here. Recon Darts flies out, so now the information is given. Hero Raz is going to be coming into sight with the Viper's wall up. The wall is going to be there from Sage, and they will get the plant down. And retake is not going to be easy. Meanwhile, we do have a very aggressive angle being held by Zing here. But Zippa with the shot onto Ice with water flick there coming out from him right onto the head, making it a 2v3 now. And the diffuse will come through. Ming good for 1. Bora going to be able to trade, and Bora gets the next as well, making it 10-1. Noob Alliance cannot catch a break at this point.
Yes, indeed. They rarely manage to get the spike down in most of these rounds, and even when they did manage to get the spike down, they were unable to hold the fort, hold the fort and keep that spike, because Maxim Esports was always there to retake and to defuse the spike when needed. Not looking good for Noob Alliance, to be honest. The score is 10-1. Maxim Esports completely dominating the first half of Icebox. We did expect them to be coming up on top, but to have this falling like this is, well, not expected, I would actually say. But nonetheless, the Recon catches most of the attackers out here from Noob Alliance. Ghost sees 1, is good for the kill. Yes, he is. The Hunter Truce comes online. Ming is good for 1. Zing actually catching Ice Speed. Not
one of the better
what
rounds
you want to see.
And they will get the res off. Meanwhile, Maya gets struck down low, but so does Ming here, but the Resurrection, Maya and Zipper both taking out 2 now. Now numbers
One
advantage,
enemy remaining.
but Ming good for the kill onto Hero Raz and will get shut down by Zipper, making it 11-1 half in favor of Maxim
Switching
Esports.
sides.
It looked really good at the start, but immediately with the Resurrection coming out, the numbers advantage just fell apart, and especially Zipper and Maya both they're stepping up there, getting those final few kills to make sure that they do have that final round also on the board here for the side of Maxim Esports. And Maya and Zipper, as well as Weekend and Heroes, they're all fragging out hard. The entire team of Maxim Esports are doing extremely well. Whereas on the side of Noob Alliance, it was just Ming trying to make things happen. And we did see some rare moments of brilliance coming out from Ghost as well on this map. But so far, it has been all about Maximum Esports on Icebox. Let's see if they can replicate it on Attack as well.
Absolutely. So they do have 2 more rounds to win. So Noob Alliance need to, well, they need one heck of a half here to actually stay in the game. But early on, the aggression coming in once again from the side of from Maxim Esports. Zipper is good for 1. Maya gets 1. Ghost is good for 2 kills. So coming in on the flank, making it a 3v2. 2 players of Maxim Esports left. The spike is yet to go down. And as I say that, Hiroraz will plant the spike in a 3v2. The poison card's being used, but Ice Speed takes down Water. Hiroraz left in a 3v1. Ghost, once again, is there to clean things up. And finally, Noob Alliance manage to put 1 round in their favor, making the score 11-2.
Yeah, 11-2, and it was all on the back of Ghost getting 3 kills in that round, coming in from the flank, getting the first 2 kills, and then an immediate shutdown onto Heroraz as well to clean things up. He's going to allow them most probably make it 11-3, but if they do come back, I mean, tough situation, I mean, massive
impressive
mountain to climb. But if they
and
do,
mind you, Terra, that was exactly the same attack that we saw coming out from Maxim Esports against their match in their match against Union Gaming. The exact same mid push, just a perfect carbon copy out of it. But this time, Noob Alliance was able to actually handle that quite well, as you said, on top of Ghost's flank. And they do have the guns that they need so desperately. Heading into this, might be able to make it 11-3. But once again, the early on aggression coming out from the side of Maxim Esports.
fast B push not working out. Dennis shutting down Zipper here. They will get the spike down here by the looks of it, but DK is going to be forced out of it, so they are not going to get the spike down. There's 2 heroes dead on the side already, and we do see what have been taken out as well. And Weekend is actually low. He's going to be able to heal himself up. Ming will pick up that kill onto Heroraz, leaving Weekend in a 1v5, and it's going to be a picture perfect. No, it's not Weekend. He's going to find that kill onto Ice Speed, but Ming with the trade. They are going to make it 11-3 with that buy round coming out. But now for the full rifle round coming out from the side of Maximum Esports. How much damage can Noob Alliance do? But I feel like damage at this point is not going to be enough. They need to win the round. And rightly so, Ming, having saved that previous round, will pick up that operator with full shields. He is looking to shut the aggression from Maxim Esports down. And he is going to be huddled up in a site by the... he is going to be huddled in the nest by the looks of it with that operator. And he's going to be pushing forward very aggressively on the zip line. And he is going to back off immediately now, though.
Absolutely. So Noob Alliance need 9 more rounds to win to stay in this match, and then they can only make 1 mistake going into it. But of course, the owl drone is good enough to spot Ming. Ming decides to head back to safety. The boombot comes in from Zipper, clearing off the off angles in sight. And at the moment, Noob Alliance back off to try and give this to a retake. Ming takes off 1 shot but does not land and is forced to dash out to safety. The spike goes down with 5 players remaining on both teams, so it is going to be a chaotic retake coming in from the side of Noob Alliance.
Yeah, Maya already picks up Dennis here. Ice Speed with the trade onto water. Zipper will shut Ming down. That's the operator out of play. Zipper finds another kill onto Ice Speed here. Expensive round. Zing will pick up Zipper, but the trade is going to be there from Maya onto Ghost, leaving Zing in a 1-3 here. How much of damage can he do? He's going to rotate back out, looking for the flank coming out from Maya. Maya will have the angle and will shut Zing down. That's operator out of the hands of Ming here, getting Maxim Esports onto match point. And looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we will have map number 3 for the first time in this tournament by the looks of it. I mean, I would say, I was going to say it's too early to call. I mean, it's not, right? I mean, it's just 1 more round.
Yep.
But if Noob Alliance can can maybe pull this off. Because this is going to be Zing actually not buying into a weapon. He's going to be giving his rifle on to Ming, who has been fragging out for the team. Where the rest of the team is going to be buying up as well. Half shields on Ice Speed and Dennis. They need this round in the bag, but it's going to be a tough mountain for them to climb here. Fast aggression again coming out from Maxim Esports, going into the site here. Recon that, not going to spot anyone, immediately being taken out, but Ice Speed already picking out water, exactly the start that they needed, and he's going to stop the aggression coming out at least for a little while. Whereas they are trying to get some information at mid as well. Meanwhile, Ming spots out one, not going to be able to get that shot. The stands through are going to come through, but not going to be landing those shots. He is going to be there to get Ice Speed back up to health. But Water, Zing has taken quite a bit of damage and now is on very low HP. But he does not have a weapon in hand. So they are going to be okay with this.
Yes, indeed. Maya gets a bit too curious
Whoa.
there in the side of B, but it's put up by
Weekend.
Dennis. Zing just being a bit too cocky. Weekend is good for the kill. And with that early on kill, they make their way into the A side. Ming is good for one, but
Ming good
Zipper
for
is
one.
good to get a second.
Spike down A.
Spots out one, Ice Speed gets two though, shuts Zipper and we can both down, leaving Maya in a 1v3. The resurrection will come out to Ming as well, and Dennis in the meantime will shut Maya down, making it a 12-4 Noob Alliance. Can they keep this up is going to be the question. 12-4 in favor of Maxim Esports. Match point for them as well. Tough ask from Noob Alliance to come back from this point, but they are it is looking possible. They are hitting their shots now. They are having these angles covered, and we do see Ice Speed now stepping up to the board as well.
I mean, they need 8 more perfect rounds to stay in the game to somehow push it over to overtime. And
Yep.
that is, as you said, a lot to ask from any team. So
Oh, this is
they only
another
need
mid
one
aggression.
mistake, and Maxim Esports will capitalize on that. But having said that, there we go. Once again, the aggression coming in from the side of Maxim Esports. They do spot Dennis there. Dennis heading
What
all
up,
the way to yellow
will
box, but
find-
Water taking off Dennis.
Yeah, he was choked in from both angles here, but now for the retake here, already Zipper finding Zing here with that rifle recovered, and now the lockdown is going to be tempted as well. Ghost spots out one, but Weekend shuts him down as well, not hitting the shots. Horrible situation. This might be all over. Down to Zing, Ming and Ice Speed. Who better take this fight here? And we do see Ice Speed already getting detained, and he's getting pushed. Meanwhile, Ming actually not being able to find a kill here. He is waiting for Ice Speed to come out of detention here, and he will. But rifles in the hand. Recon Dart getting that information. Nanoswarm stopping the push coming through. They are running out of time. Nanoswarm's just blocking this out. They're not taking any risk here. Maya will find that kill onto Ice Speed. Ice Speed will get taken out as well as Ming here, forcing a game number 3 in this third place matchup for the first time here in this tournament. VPL, we do have the third game happening, and what better teams to have here? We do have Noob Alliance taking on Maximum Esports, and it's going to be on a split as well. And Kitty mentioned this at the start. We saw how strong Maximum Esports was on split against UG. Yes, they did lose, but they put up one hell of a fight against the likes of UG. And Noob Alliance, they love this map. It is a map that they pick up normally, so it is going to be an interesting balance of who is going to be feeling better on the day, who is going to have the better strats in hand to try and take this map. But looking at the scoreboard here, it was all Maya all the way. The Killjoy held down the site, was able to get some really crazy flanks in, but some really good shots coming out from Maya as well, getting 21 frags in the end. Ming, brilliant performance coming out from him, just not having the backing from the rest of the team. We did see Ice Speed with certain amount of brilliance coming out, but it was the likes of Ghost, Zing, and Dennis that were missing. These are players that normally frag out. These are the players who normally step up to the board when the rest of the team is not doing well, but we did not see that coming out from Noob Alliance. Maybe they were uncomfortable on Icebox. Maybe Maxim Esports was just too good on Icebox for them to be able to deal with. But nevertheless, it's going to be 1-1 heading into this final map to see who is the third place winner here in this Gamer.LK's Valorant Pro League. But having said that, obviously we will have a little bit of a downtime here waiting for the match to start between these two teams. It's the third match in this third place matchup. So before that, we will be taking a look at the head-to-head between the two players as well. We are just waiting on the head-to-head. But while we wait for it, a massive shout out to Logitech yet again. If you are in the market for some new peripherals, do check out all the peripherals that Logitech has on offer. They do have the fastest wireless technology out there with the Lightspeed technology coming in. And also a massive shout out to Viewsonic Gaming for powering the entire event. If you're in the market for a new monitor, they have 30 plus years of monitor manufacturing experience behind them, and their new gaming series of monitors are absolutely insane. Their highest end monitor boasting of 240 Hz refresh rate with some amazing RGB at the back of the monitor with really thin bezels. And if you are an FPS gamer, obviously those Hertz, 240 Hz is going to be absolutely amazing to have. So do check it out if you are in the market for a new gaming monitor. And also a massive shout out to Red Bull for keeping us energized throughout this entire event, because we have had matches that went on till 1, 2 in the morning. It has been a long couple of weeks for everyone involved, the players, the production crew, us as casters as well. So Red Bull has been keeping us energized throughout this entire time, so a huge shout out to them as well. And guys, a reminder again, after this match we will be having that grand finals take place against UG versus WG. It's going to be another Bo3 series to be crowned the #1 team in the country. I mean, it's going to be one hell of a finals. It is the finals that everyone predicted. It is the finals that everyone's eager to watch between these two teams, WG taking on UG. And obviously going into that matchup is going to be interesting to see what type of maps we are going to be seeing. We had UG completely demolish WG during group stage matches on Ascent as well as Split. Are we going to be seeing the same maps? Are we going to be seeing a different set of maps? Is going to be the question. What are these teams going to be banning out is going to be another question as well. So all these questions will be answered at 8 p.m. So make sure to join us for that for sure. But with that, we do have the head-to-head coming up. In this matchup, let's have a look at the head-to-head between the top two players from either side. It's going to be Maya for the side of Maximum Esports, picking up 21 kills for that 307 average combat score with 3 first bloods under his belt and a whopping 3.4 KD on a killjoy, which is absolutely amazing to have. Ming picking up 16, trying to keep things alive for Noob Alliance with an average combat score of 255, 3 first bloods and KD of 1.7. But solid performance from both the players, but the side of Maximum Esports just being a little bit too strong for Noob Alliance to deal with on Icebox. But we are going into a decider split. Kitty, what are your thoughts? What type of agents do you think we will be seeing, and who do you think has the upper hand?
Yes, indeed, absolutely. So just to reiterate the fact that you said earlier, right? We have been seeing 2 matches being played in each match in the group stages, right? But every single match so far has been 2-0. And even in the semis, it has been 2-0. This is the only match so far which we are going into the decider, which we are seeing 1-1 initially and heading on into the decider match. So taking a look at the agents, which we have been seeing so far being played, or which we would call the meta, we did actually see the Omen being played the last time we took a look at Split, which was between Maximum Esports and Union Gaming. Which I believe was the last time, So we had the likes of an Omen, we had the likes of a Sage. I believe the go-to Sentinel was a Killjoy. And pairing that with a Raze and Reyna was the way that the teams decided to go. So I actually feel like we might be seeing an Astra being played from the sides. Dennis plays the main Astra, and we do have a Viper as well, which I've tended to see being used in the Champions League. Viper being the default controller coming in from some sides. But pairing that with the Raze, which is the duelist that teams tend to go with, and as we all know, both Zipper and iSpeed tend to perform really, really well with the Raze in hand. And comparing that, or rather adding that into a Cypher and even a Sky, I think would be what forms the team comps going into this.
Indeed, and I feel like we might even see a KO, right? Because we did see WG running this KO on Split. It's really good to enter sites. You can nullify a lot of the Sentinel utility that are out there. But like I said, I think Raze is going to be staple here, because we do have 2 massive Raze fans on either side here. We have iSpeed on one side and then Zipper on the other. And I think Sage is going to be the next choice here. I think iSpeed with the Raze, and it's going to be Ming on Sage most probably. I don't think any of these teams will be running a double duelist on Split. So it's going to be this single duelist lineup. Sentinel is going to be the interesting part. You said that KJ is the preferred Sentinel here, but we did see a Cypher come out once. And controller wise,
Yep.
obviously you have the Astra. Astra is really good paired with the Braves, but we have seen Vipers. Champions League, like you said, had a lot of Vipers on split. Whether these teams are going to go into that is going to be the question. Hero Raz obviously is a big fan of the agent. He might be sticking with the Viper on this. But on the other side, we have Dennis, who does play the Viper, but he's a huge fan of the Astra. So I feel like we might see a difference in controller coming out from the two sides. We might see a Viper on Maxim Esports with Astra being played by Noob Alliance here. But of course, we could be wrong here. And going into the Sentinel side, we have Ghost, who plays the Killjoy, who plays the Cypher. He plays both these agents, so it's going to be a bit of a tough question to answer with what agent he is going to go for. He might prefer to go with the Killjoy on this map. We have seen him play Killjoy on Split before, so maybe stick into that. But going back to what you were saying, we did see an Omen as a controller as well. If there is going to be an Omen, who is going to be playing the Omen? Are we going to have an initiator? Are we going to have... we know that Sova is not played. This is the only map that we haven't seen a Sova. Every other map that we have played, we have almost always seen a Sova coming out from one of these teams. I think other than Fracture and Split, I think. Even Fracture, we didn't have Sova, yeah. So I think those are the only maps that we haven't seen Sova, so we won't be seeing it this time around as well. Sova is horrible on Split because there aren't any really good recon dart angles or, ultimate angles of whatever that way, like where the utility comes in handy. But the better agent would probably be KO or maybe even a Sky. Breach is really good. There was a time in meta where Breach was really good on Split. You had some really weird flashes coming out from B side, if I'm not mistaken. When you're defending, you can throw out the flash onto Garage and you can have your teammate peek through Garage for anyone entering Garage as well. So you had some really good stuff coming out from Breach as well. But whether we are going to see it is very unlikely that we will see it unless these teams want to switch it up a bit. But going back to what we were talking about, I think Raze for sure, Sage for sure on the board here, as well as I think we will be seeing Viper on Maxim Esports, whereas Dennis will opt to go for the Astra. So those three agents, or rather 6 agents from both sides, I think that's going to be a staple. Rest of it is what is going to be the question mark. Who are these players going to be playing? Are we going to see a KO for Zing? Is he going to go in for a Sky, or will he be going in for another controller? We'll have to wait and see. I think those questions are going to be what is going to be tough to answer. But having said that, players we will be going for a short break. Obviously, going into the third map, players want to refresh a little bit just before we get into the third place match. Obviously, have a Red Bull in the meantime. But we will be back shortly after this very short break. See you guys.
Come on, let's go!
Give me those stuff.
Who's next?
Give me those guns.
Who's next?
Hi guys, and welcome back to Gamer.LK's Logitech G Valorant Pro League. We are here for the third place match, and we are just about to get into the third game. It stands at 1-1 between M-eS and Noob Alliance here, and it is going to be on split. We did see fracture being played out. It was fairly close game, but Noob Alliance coming out on top 13-8 in the end. But Icebox was a total different story where M-eS was completely dominant on this map, making it a 13-3, I think, at the end. I think it was 13-3 at the end of the match. So, Kiri, who are you favoring going into split here?
Well, you know, I would once again have to say it's anyone's game. You know, we said fracture might be the difference.
Political answers don't work.
Fracture.
Political answers don't work.
You want me to favor one team? Is that the case?
Yes. Who are you favoring?
Okay. So if I favor one team, would you favor the other team, or how is
yeah,
that
for sure. I'll go the other way. Yeah.
Okay. So, given how these teams have been playing so far, I would say that since split is the decider, I would think that Noob Alliance will be winning.
Okay, so I have a counter argument for that, and I will go with M-eS just because of the performance that they put up against UG, and like we said again, UG completely dominated NA during we did see UG completely dominate WG during group stages on split, and that's not an easy team. Whereas M-eS put up a really good fight against UG on split. That just goes to show, I think, that M-eS might have a better read on the map, I would say, and a little bit more struts up their hands to try and take out Noob Alliance. So I feel like M-eS might have the better chance here. But like you said, I feel like it is very close. We need to give it to these two teams. I think coming into this, Fracture, yes, Icebox, we knew that M-eS was going to win. That was not even a discussion. We spoke about it, how strong they were on the map, and likewise, they just proved how dominant they are on Icebox, and they just completely wiped over that map. But going to split, it is a bit of a tougher call here between these two teams. But I'll go with M-eS just because of the fact, the performance that they put up against UG. It looked like they had the better read of the game on split here. But having said that, we are heading into Agent Select. Let's have a look at who they are going to be picking and whether our predictions prior to the break might be right here.
Yes, indeed. So we start off with Zipper once again playing the Raze, which is no surprise. We did expect Zipper to stick to that Raze, and that is what we're saying. So how will these other agents be selected? We have Hota playing the Sage.
And Maya is going to be picking up that Killjoy, so standard picks coming out from him as well. Heroes is the question mark for me. What is he going to be playing? Ghost is going to replicate it.
Dennis and Heroes are playing.
Yeah.
Which I think we need to take a look at, and there we go. We assumed that Heroes will go with the Viper, and that is what we're seeing. And as once again, Dennis playing the Astra.
Predictions are right. So we do have the double controller coming out, Watson with the Omen. But now is the question, since we did have the Sage being picked up by... do we have a sub in here for the side of... Yeah, we do have a sub in for the side of Noob Alliance here.
We're not saying high speed.
Yes.
Interesting.
So Mighty Parvati is going to be playing for NA. We are not seeing high speed here. Instead, we have Zing playing the Raze, which is, I mean, we haven't seen this man on the Raze, but I don't know what Noob Alliance has in plan here, what high speed, why the decision to swap out high speed and take in Mighty Parvati here and give Zing the Raze. If that was the case, I would have felt like maybe swap Zing out and give high speed the Raze. But again, this is all up to the teams and what they are doing, but very similar lineups, but double duelist lineup coming out from Noob Alliance with Ming on the Jet. Zing is going to be on the Raze, which we haven't seen. Ghost on his signature, Killjoy, Dennis on his signature, Astra, and the new addition from Noob Alliance, Mighty Parvati on the Sage.
So I would say that it's actually quite similar to the predictions that we had in mind. We have the double controllers coming up from the side of Maxim Esports, both the Viper and the Omen. The only question, or rather, is if Sage is the best pick for this map, since it's something which we've been seeing less and less being played, especially in the Champions League. But nonetheless, that was an aggressive start coming in from Noob Alliance, keeping control of mid, the boombots coming in. But Weekend there with the Sage wall to hold it off for a few more seconds.
Yeah, they have slowed things down significantly here, but mid control has been taken, but they haven't been able to go either way here. Ropes are going to be held by Zippa is going to be holding ropes. Meanwhile, Hero Raj is going to be holding B Haven. So they haven't really been able to aggress on the side. But meanwhile, we do have a lurk coming out from the side. We have Dennis as well as who else is there? Dennis and Dennis and Ghost picking through. Ramsey did tag Zipper down to very low HP, down to 34. They are going to be able to get into sight now. But we do have Hero Raj inside sight holding this down.
Yes, indeed, Weekend was there to save the day. Zipper is back on full HP, but Maya is good for 1 kill, holding the fort. Takes off Dennis, takes off Zing, but finally gets taken down from the Sage, who is Mighty Parvati. The name is Pisek, which I believe is the name which we'll go with, and Ghost is scared to clean things off with Zipper. Ghost good for a second, but Weekend finally gets a kill, and that is the first round in favor of Maxim Esports.
Tough round. I felt like they had a good split coming out from Noob Alliance there. They did manage to take control of mid with a lurk coming into a Haven. But I feel like with Zipper not being shut down on that pick, he did fall down to 34 HP. But he was not taken out there, and they did not realize that there was Maya inside side. And Maya was able to delay things for the plant long enough for all the players from Maxim Esports to be able to rotate back into the side. And by that time, it just everyone from Noob Alliance started falling like flies because they did not have control over the complete site. That they had to fight within the site as well as on a Haven and Rams as well.
Indeed, and I think Maya was able to get 2 kills of that initial push coming in from side of NA, which I think was good enough. And there you go, once again the potentials coming in. Weekend once again with the wall to slow down this push, but damage being done to Hiroraz. He might be getting a bit too aggressive here on the wall because Zing has actually crossed, but I do not think that Maxim Esports are aware of this. So they might try to get on top of the wall, try to get a few peeks, but no, in the end, Hiroraz does get the glimpse of him, but Water coming in behind Dennis loses his life, and that is a 5v3 in favor of Maxim Esports.
Meanwhile, no real aggression here now. Aggression has stopped. Hiroraz peeking over the wall here, trying to get some information, not finding anything. Zing rotating it back onto A side here, but Water is going to be holding this down. Wall has gone down. Hiroraz only has a Ghost in hand. He's going to push. Oh my god, Zipper coming in from the flank. Take out Ming and Pisek both, and meanwhile, they will find Zing at the orb as well, making it a flawless 2-0 right now in favor of Maxim Esports.
Not off to a good start, I would say, Noob Alliance. They do have that initial rush coming in from mid, keeping that mid control, but look at this. Zipper just coming behind, good for 1, good for 2. And yeah, I think Team Noob Alliance does have a few loose spots in their defense, or rather, in their attack. And a few of the defenders just seeping their way through. Water was able to catch Dennis off guard, and Zipper once again with the 2 quick kills, catching off the remaining attackers off guard as well. But this time, it is a full buy round for the side of Noob Alliance. Zing makes his way into heaven. The boombot from Zing, or rather from the Raze, is enough to slow him down for a bit.
Going to find one. Zipper gets taken now, looking for more. Water goes down as well. That's complete. A-side control has been taken now. They have walled off ropes, so there is no access here. But they still have access to Haven through spawn here. But it's going to be Zing holding this down. Meanwhile, the wall has been broken. They're looking to come in. There is no flanks. Meanwhile, do have a rotation coming out. Dennis will take out Hero Raz.
1 enemy remaining.
And Zing is good for the kill on Maya as well. This is really good stuff coming out from Noob Alliance now, looking to save all 5 rifles here. Can they do it? Weekend, can he take one out? But no, it's not going to happen. And Zing shuts Weekend down, making it a flawless for Noob Alliance. Now that's exactly what they wanted to gain their confidence on this
Absolutely.
split.
Make the score 2-1, still Maxim Esports in favor, but they did win that full buy round with a flawless way. So that means they do have enough creds, and they will be carrying all 5 rifles as they head on into round number 4. The side of Maxim Esports, of course, deciding to stick to Spectres, but they do have a Judge and a Bucky in play as well, trying to, make use of those short angles, trying to contest them. I assume they might be playing in mid. Yes, there we go. They have the Bucky, and they have the Judge just holding onto mid stairs, trying to counter that initial aggression. Yes, it is. And there we go. Hiroraz is good for 1. That is Zing losing his life to the Bucky.
Shotty and Bucky both being held here. They are trying to recover a rifle, but the wall is going to get immediately taken down, not allowing them to come to the Ming. In the meantime, finds water through a garage onto B main here. But we do have the Shotty coming to hold that close angle in the hands of Hiroraz. Sorry, the Bucky, but the Shotty is being held by Weekend on top of the wall here.
There's still Noob Alliance just being a bit too curious there in mid. I think that is Zipper who gets spotted. The Boombot is invested, and that is Mighty Parody who takes it down. Meanwhile, Ming, or rather, the two attackers, Dennis, makes their way back to A side, but once again, KJ is holding it close. I believe he has a Judge in hand, if I'm not mistaken. And how will that gunfight go? Dennis gets spotted. Maya is good for 1. Finally, Ghost puts him down.
So it's still good stuff here, 3v3 for the side. They are still holding strong with this very weak buy coming out from the side of Maxim Esports, but Zippa has moved himself into ramp. They spot out Ming, will take him down. That's going to be a rifle recovered. They're looking for more. Heroes trying to stop the plant with the Viper's Bite going out, and the pen shells will force him out of sight. Pisek will be able to take Zipper down. The trade is going to be there from the pen shell, but now Heroes with a Baki. It's going to be Ghost versus Hero Raz, and he's going to be taken out. Hero Raz with the shotty and the kill. Shots Noob Alliance down, making it a 3-1.
Yes, indeed. Both the Judge and the Bucky in the hands of Hero Raz, just making that round a win for the side of Maxim Esports. I think that was 3 kills coming out from from shotguns, and this, of course, is Zipper not getting checked in that corner and managing to land that kill on Ming, as well as the pinchos putting the end to Mighty Parity. And to finish that round was Hiroraz's shot with a Bucky right to the face of Ghost.
I think that was a massive misplay from Ghost. He, I think, knew that Hiroraz did have the Bucky in hand. He should have been looking to take a long-range fight rather than trying to peek through a close angle.
Yep, but maybe Ghost thought that since there were a bunch of rifles just scattered across all those corpses leading into the way, that Hiroraz might actually decide to swap his weapon. But no, Hiroraz just decides to stick with that Bucky. But as we head on into round number 5, we now have both teams playing rifles, so things might be a bit different rather. But look at this, Hiroraz is actually playing in the corner. I think Zing is aware of this. And as the wall comes down, over the timing, Zing and Ming both losing their lives to Hiroraz. It was actually quite nice play. Sage just beating that distraction, and Hiroraz being able to get 2 quick kills. Dennis is as well spraying that, but finally Mighty Parvati is good for that kill, and Resurrection comes in, and Ming gets revived. The showstopper in the hands of Zipper is good for the kill on Dennis.
Chaos at mid right now, but as the dust settles, it's going to be a 3v2 in favor of Noob Alliance. They're trying to go in for the plant, but Maya is going to peek through at the right moment, takes out Ghost and gets the counter lockdown working for them. This is going to force Noob Alliance into a very bad situation here. Then they need to plant as well, and they have no time to take the spike and rotate. So now Ming has to rotate, and Maya has to fight up against Ming. Ming needs to get into sight here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Are they going to save? Maya puts Ming down to the last man. Pisek in a 1v2. Zippa is very low on HP, but he's running out of time. 10 seconds left on the clock, and it is going to be Pisek saving this. No, he's not. He takes out one, looking for more. Can he push this? He needs to push this right now. He pushes it, and they are able to clutch it. Zippa making a massive mistake. He could have played the time, but he does not, giving Noob Alliance the round. Not something that you see every day from Zipper. Massive mistake coming out from him. But this is the play here from Hero Raz here. We did see Weekend making the distraction and getting him the 2 kills, and then Zipper coming in with the showstopper, taking out one there with the resurrection coming out. But Pisek here, or Mighty Parvati rather,
Yep.
yes, cleaning things out and making it 3-2 now, forcing Maxim Esports into yet another save.
I'm actually quite surprised that they decided to pick that angle, both Zipper and Maya. Maybe one is understandable, trying to get that gun out of their hand, but nonetheless, Zipper did have enough time to fall back. There wasn't enough time to plant. But yeah, that round is in favor of Noob Alliance, and that makes us score 2-3, and a quick easy kill there, and that is Zipper off the board once again. And it is a 5v3, or rather a 5v4 in favor of Noob Alliance, and it looks like they will be contesting for an A push.
They clean the angles and they are able to get control of the site, and the plant will go down. So no rifles to for them to play with. Dennis in the meantime finds the kill onto Weekend as well, making it almost impossible for Maxim Esports to take this back. Only a pistol and a shotty in hand for Vora and Maya here.
Yes, indeed. And I think we actually didn't see this on camera, but once again, Hiroraz was hiding on top of Ness, or rather on Heaven. That was not an angle which they cleared, but I believe he only had a plastic in hand, and that was not enough to do damage, and it was quickly refragged. Zing getting the kill on Maya, leaving it in a 5v1, and Ming is there to end the round, and that is a flawless round for Noob Alliance to make the score 3-3.
And Zing, I think his mouse got stuck there for a moment. Maybe he needs a new Logitech mouse for sure.
Apparently, yes. He just couldn't let go of that left click button. He did kill Maya, but just maybe making sure, maybe his mouse got, as you said, it got stuck. But yeah.
He needs a new Logitech G502, which I suggest, since I'm using Zing, you can try switching to it.
Indeed. Yeah, maybe that'll help you, and you won't be wasting those bullets on dead bodies. But as we say that, Hiroraz is investing.
Oh my god.
Vipers,
Oh,
the
wow.
aggression.
What a play coming out from Noob Alliance. The Viper split already taken out, and now the showstopper comes out. Zipper will shut him down. Zing whiffing, and Zipper good for another on to Ghost as well, evening things up. But meanwhile, Weekend coming through ropes here.
Sees the head, but he
No
moves out
way.
just in time. Maya is good for one, but Dennis with the refrag. But they did not give a damn about that Viper split, They just saw it going up, and they decided we're going to push this. And
They don't know what
did.
is here. They don't know what is here. This might be really tough. The Astral Divide will go out as well, and this is going to be a 2v2. Oh, Vora will get taken down by Mighty Parvati here, and Weekend left in a 1v2 defeat.
But these two might line up. But no, there you go. The shot's coming in. I'm not quite sure what Weekend is trying to achieve with
gets
that,
one.
but... one.
It's a tough one to be in. He spots him out. Weekend clutches it. What a player. This man has been an absolute god in these clutch situations, and they will make it a 4-3 here. But definitely things are heating up between these two teams.
Absolutely, tensions are high. That was not the best of starts there for the side of Maxim Esports, but in the end, this amazing 1v2 clutch from Weekend is enough to make the score 4-3 in favor of Maxim Esports. There you go. Amazing. And once again, reiterating on the fact that they just pushed that Viper's bit. That was, I believe, the boombot coming out from Zing, and that dash in from Ming to clear things up really, really quickly there. But nonetheless, the point is to the side of Maxim Esports.
This is another fast aggression coming out from NA here. They have changed up strategies. They are not playing for this mid control. They are not playing for this splits. They want control of the site. They want to go in and get these strikes, but it's immediately stopped by these smokes coming out from Vora, halting things at least for the time being now. Ming already finds the kill onto Vora. That's a good pick-off to have, but now Hiroraz is going to get pushed back by those pain shells, getting control of a Haven now. But Hiroraz, good for the kill on Ming. The trade is going to be there from Zing. Hiroraz picks up another onto Zing as well. Goes with the kill onto Zipper, who was inside, making it a 3v2 as the dust rifles recovered for the side of Maxim Esports. How much can they do? Weekend and Hiroraz left. The resurrection comes out, making it a 3v3 now. But Dennis immediately shuts Hiroraz down and making it a 3v2 yet again. Spamming the box, looking for a kill. There's Yastro behind the wall. Peeks through, Dennis peeks at the right moment, takes out what are left in a 1v3 is Weekend. Weekend very low on HP. If he clutches this, I'm buying this man battle pass myself. No,
Okay,
he's saving.
never mind. He decides to save it. I think he might not have heard you, Terra. If he did, I'm pretty
Might
sure
have gone
he
for the
would
play,
try
you
to
know.
touch it. Exactly, yes. If he heard you, he would have gone for that play, you know.
Okay, battle pass might not have worked. I'm pretty sure all these players have battle pass. Maybe.
Maybe something else, yeah. Maybe next season battle pass or something.
Yeah, he has the prime vandal, so maybe the Reaver vandal as an upgrade. You know.
And yeah, with that round and with the save coming up from Weekend, the score is once again 4-4. Noob Alliance managed to tie it up. I think we are yet to see them actually surpassing Maxim Esports with a point on this map. Maxim Esports has been on the lead so far, but yeah, they do manage to tie things up. And I think we will be seeing a save round coming in from the side of Maxim Esports heading into this. Yes, we do, but we do have once again those destructive buckies in the hands of Maya and Hiroraz. So we did see the destruction that they did in the past 2 rounds, and Noob Alliance was not ready for that, for those peaks in the short angles.
Maya.
Oh.
I think Ming had a feeling. You know, he had just an
he
inkling.
knew
just
this was going to happen.
But look at this. Look at this. The change up of strategies. They were aggressing as 5-man into a site. Now a complete fake by Ming pushes and gives everyone control of this site. The entirety of Maxim Esports is out of this site, and this is going to be a tough retake with Buckies and judges in hand. Zing already putting down water here. This might be Noob Alliance taking this lead here. Weekend going to get slowed up for the time being. Maya is going to be pushing forward. Oh, Zippa shuts Ming down. That is going to be at least 1 rifle recovered, but is it going to be enough? He's going to throw the rifle back. Dennis will shut Zipper down, but does he know that there's another player? He's going to peek through. He finds another. Dennis looking for the kill onto Maya as well. He's pushing this with the judge. Maya puts him down, but meanwhile, we have Parvati taking down Weekend here, leaving Maya in a 1v3. Good for 1. Down to 20 HP and the timer running out. Looking for exit frag. Finds Ghost as well. Looking for the 4th. But no, Zing is not going to give it to him. And Noob Alliance takes the lead for the first time.
Yes, indeed. And seeing that push in from Ming that we saw on A side, I am actually reminded of a similar play that we actually saw from Defo coming out from the side of Team Liquid. He actually just 1-man pushed into A side.
Yeah.
All the other players were actually huddled up in B, and this man just pushed in by himself. He cleared out the entire site. He managed to get 2 kills off that as well, and he managed to bait the entire site into rotating to A while the plant went down in B. And I think that's kind of the similar thing we saw here, right? Ming just dashing into heaven, and the players failing to that bait, and and as you said, Noob Alliance finally managed to come up on top.
Yeah. Only difference was that Ming wasn't able to get a couple of frags there. He actually got shut down by Zipper with that Sheriff. But having said that, now again, Noob Alliance just pulling out all the strategies out of the book here. They have slowed it down yet again. They had around 2 fast aggressive rounds, and then they did a fake on a site, and now they are switching back to their usual default where they play for this mid control. Whereas now this might be another fake with the Killjoy ultimate going to be used at B Garage. And if you see right now, Maxim Esports is reading this. They are not moving from the positions that they're holding, but in actuality, it is going to be a fast push towards B side with this lockdown going on. It's just going to be Hero Runs in this side. It's going to get tied down and taken down, and Ming finds 2 kills on the water as well as Hero Runs. His side control taken. Meanwhile, Pesach finds Zipper as well as Weekend, and this is complete destruction. Maya coming in, picks up 1. Can he find more? Peeking through Ming, spamming through Ming. He's going to dash out. He's going to push this, and Maya finding another one. Finds another. Maya on absolute fire, down to 1v2. Now this is a horrible situation. This was not how it was supposed to be going. I mean, it was a 1v5. It is down to a 1v2 now. He does get tagged down to 28 HP, but then he's coming in from the flank. Looked a bit scary. I don't know what Noob Alliance was thinking that point.
It should have been quite an easy round. It was a 5v1. They had everything in position, but they decided to be a bit too aggressive. They wanted to kill Maya, just end that round really quickly, but in the end, Maya just taking advantage, was good for 3 kills. But look at this play from Ming, or rather from Zing. But no, wait, Zing is the one pushing, but Ming is the one getting the kills, never mind. And a Mighty Parvati with 2 of his own, and Dennis to clean things up a little bit from Maya, right?
Planted.
The aggression coming out from the side of Noob Alliance, there was just 3 players lost in that exact same position, and Maya just capitalizing on that.
Just winning all those 1v1, giving the man 1v1s. I mean, that's not what you want to be doing. Yes, he is on a sentinel, but this man is an absolute god when it comes to his aim. So
He
you
has
don't give this
proven
man
on
1v1s.
all 3 maps that he does have the potential with the gun in his hand. But once again, we have the Buckies in play. I think a Bucky in the hand of Hiraz and a Judge in the hand of Maya. These players just preferring to go with the shotguns in hand, or rather, you know, another safe run coming up from them.
Look at how far this guy has pushed actually, Weekend. But in the meantime, as we go in, Weekend gets second down, Weekend takes down Ghost. Zing will find the kill onto Water, making it a 4v4 down to very low HP. Hero Raj with the Bucky. He will be pushing this, looking for a pick, and realize that there is a wall there. Now the showstopper is going to get popped here from Zing. Is he going to throw it
Does
out?
he check the corner? No. Wait. I think he's aware
He
of
checks it.
There we
Okay.
go.
Kills himself in
He
the process,
does
but Maya in the
get
meantime
taken
will
out.
find his sec, but the trades are going to be there from Dennis. Hero Raj in a 1v1 now.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, no way! Actually, not a
You
1v1,
know.
it is a 1v2.
Yeah, the gravity wells, the stars in place for the gravity wells, you know, just to waste a bit of time. A fake coming in. We go Dennis playing it smart.
He's going to use the gravity well now, delaying it even more, forcing him to take this fight. Now he's going to try and stick this. Dennis is going to peek through and shut him down, takes the 3k and gets a 7-4 half right now, going into the final round in this
Before
half.
the switch.
Yes, indeed. I mean, you know, Hiraz was actually playing quite a close angle there. He actually saw both Zing and Ming just dashing to the side. He decided to just hold out for just, you know, just the trigger discipline, waiting for a few more plays to pass, but then the Sage wall just popped right in front of him and he couldn't do anything about it, but I think he was just waiting until a few more plays passed. Maybe if he decided to go for those initial kills, he might have changed the flow of that round. But nonetheless, we come to the final round of the first half, and the Viper's bid once again comes online.
This time around, it's going to be in big garage here, stopping the aggression coming in for that side. But meanwhile, we have a mid push coming out. Wata already good for kill onto Ming here. And Paranoia not finding anything. Zing just spamming through looking for a kill, not going to be finding anything. But it's a 4v5 in favor of Maximus. So Maximus would make it, looking to make this a 5-7 half at least after losing almost 7 rounds in a row. I think 6 rounds in a row almost. But now the resurrection comes onto Ming here, but the pain shells will fly through. The trade is going to be there. Wata again takes that kill. Zing finds that kill onto Zipper. Wata finds another one. Dennis with the trade onto Weekend, making it a 3v2, make that a 2v3 now in favor of Maximum Esports, with multiple kills falling all the way in middle. Now the ropes are going to be used. They are going to be going towards this A-Haven area. A-Haven control has been taken by Ghost, so they will be rotating into this. But will they play this? Maya is still inside. Is Ghost going to clear this? He's going to look through, and no, he cannot clear it. Ghost is going to be good for the kill. I mean, Ghost is going to get taken down by Maya, but the trade is going to be there from Dennis left in a 1v2. Now the teleportation coming out from Water, looking for the planter, going down. Not going to find it. He's actually going into a main here. Will peek through. Dennis shuts him down immediately. Hero Raz in a 1v1. The 2 controllers on the side. The Astral Divide will go out from Dennis as well, trying to clutch this out. He spots him out, jumping down. He knows that he is on the ground. Is Hero Raz going to be pushing the same angle? He's going to peek through the smoke. Not finding anyone right now. He knows that he is on the elbow. He is going to use his Viper Molly here. They're going to run into each other across. No way! The fake from Hero Raz, using the poison cloud, faking that he was inside it. That's a 100 IQ play. I mean, 200 IQ play there. Like, come on.
I'm not actually quite sure how I feel about that Astral Divide, you know, to be honest. I mean, you know, when you use that Astral Divide, yes, you do have that sound barrier, you do have that ability to, you know, just mitigate all those ammo, the rounds coming through it. But then you also give the opportunity, right, for the attacker, or the defender in this case, to actually get really close to the wall itself. And that's a lot of open ground that you leave there. So, I mean, he was able to just jump from heaven and make his way all the way into sight without getting contested, just because the Astral Divide was up.
Indeed, but it is going to be a 7-5 half in the end. Maximum Esports being able to stop the bleeding at least during that last round. But going to this attacking half, let's see what type of strategies that Maximum Esports have during this attack, because we did see NA now change up a lot of things to make it a 7-5 half, because it was a 4-0 or 3-0 to start things off, but NA coming back strong later on to make it a 7-5.
Placing swarm grenade.
Indeed, so we start the second half of the map. Maxim Esports on the attack, Noob Alliance on defend. And once again, we are seeing this mid/B attack that we saw coming up inside of Noob Alliance as well. But of course, this time it is being contested quite aggressively. We have 3 players on the side of Noob Alliance just contesting mid.
So much of utility being thrown here at mid. Wall was broken, but they still haven't gone into a side. Meanwhile, we do see Hero Raj going back for a lurk onto A side here, but Ghost has not moved from this side. He is holding strong here. We do see Water moving towards his A side as well. Meanwhile, an aggression onto B side here by the stage. Maya and we can both trying to go in. The bot will get taken down immediately from B Haven.
Yes, indeed. So far, the players have let go of mid for the moment, or rather, there's one player of Noob Alliance just watching it from B Heaven. But it looks like Maxim Esports will focus their aggression on the A side at the moment. We do have Ghost playing inside. We do have Zing playing on ramp, and the players slowly sneak their way into side. The wipe as well goes up, which gives a cue to the defenders that this will be the side of contention.
Ghost is going to be able to take down one. Okay, the Nanostorm is going to delay this, and this is going to be a massive push coming through, and will shut Zing down. Ghost is going to be able to get another one. Looking for more. What a tap coming out from Ghost. Good for 3K here. Looking for more. Spacek will take out Weekend in the meantime, and Zippa will find one, but immediately shut down. So Ghost and Parvati both just holding the side down strong here. Ghost good for 3K holding that side. Obviously, with the utility coming out from Dennis as well to help him out in the process.
Absolutely. Team Maxim Esports is running into a block wall there, a brick wall rather, as Ghost was good for a 3K, one quick kill. Weekend of course there, and Ghost with a quick second and a quick third. A right click to start things off, and yeah, a good run coming from the side of Noob Alliance. The score is 8-5, which means they will be buying the Spectres with the full shield as well, which might make it a 9-5 in favor of them.
So mid control again being fought for by Maxim Esports. 3 players huddled up here, and meanwhile the slow ops will go down. Dennis is going to get tagged down extremely low behind the wall. Zing is going to be able to pick up Water. Looking for more here. We do see Ming picking up another. Zing picks up another kill onto Zipper, and that is going to be complete mid push taken out. But Maya in the meantime will find a kill onto Dennis, who was extremely low, having got spammed through the spike. Will finally get planted here. Are they going to allow this? No, they are not. And Spacek as well as Ming are able to clean things up, only losing that single player and going into the next round with a proper bonus. 9-5 in favor of Noob Alliance, and Noob Alliance are looking a little bit too tough for Maximum to deal with at this point.
Yes, indeed. So far, things have been favorable for Noob Alliance, but this is the first rifle buy coming out from Maxim Esports in the second half. Okay, there you go. So Dennis is going to do some damage of his own with the Bucky in hand. He actually caught a few shots of the Bucky to his face in that first half, so he just wants to return the favor, I would assume. So yeah, let's see how things go. But we have the buys coming in from side of Maxim Esports. So 1 or rather 2 full shields, but we do see 3 half shields as well. But we will be heading to a small tech pause in the meantime.
Maybe one of these players are having a little bit of difficulty here, but again, going back to what you were saying, going to be an interesting fight here for the side of Maxim Esports, because I mean, they need to win this round. This is their full buy coming out. Look at their credits right now. They're not looking good. Whereas Noob Alliance, they're on a bonus here. They don't really care too much about this round, other than the amount of damage that they can do. How many rifles can they take away from the enemy team? That's exactly what they're looking for. Whereas Maxim Esports really need this round to stop NA from just running away with this game, because NA gets this round, that's going to be double digits on the board, and they will end up getting the next one, because it's going to force Maxim Esports into another save. So it will be 11-5 if they do lose this half. Lose this round basically.
Yes, indeed. Once again, we are seeing this quick initial aggression coming in from mid, but this time the Sage wall does not go up.
The change up though
Maybe-
from Noob Alliance. Look at the push coming through from Ning as well as Parvati here through Swaz. They're pushing strong here, and Ning is going to be able to catch someone out. He's going to spot out one, and that's Maya being taken out of the running here. And they are going to back off immediately. What a play coming out. What a change up of strats coming out from Noob Alliance here on this map on Split here. They had a really weak start, but they are pulling out all the stops here to try and close this game out. Sarmaya in
Yes,
hand for
indeed.
Vora, throws it into the side. They are going to be satchling into the side. Meanwhile, they are going to be able to find those who was stunned up a little bit. Zing in the meantime will shut Zipper down. The wall will go up, trying to get this plant down. Vora will be able to get that trade off, making it a 3v3. But that's two rifles out of the hands of Maximum Esports already. The spam's going through. Not finding a kill. Ming gets another one onto one of the three rifles down. The Spectre working wonders for Ming right now. Dennis in the meantime will pick up a rifle. So upgrades are going to be there. Hero is going to delay things with the Vipers by trying to stop them, stall them as long as possible. They need this round in the back. Meanwhile, Pisek is going to try and break this wall down. He will get the wall down. Ming is quietly pushing forward. He will get the kill onto Hiroraz, and he will shut Weekend down for a 4K on the round, making it a 10-5 in favor of Noob Alliance.
Yes, indeed, amazing round coming out from Noob Alliance, as you said. You know, that initial peak or rather aggression coming out from the A side. They made their way all the way through sewers. That was, I believe, Mighty Parvati and Ming who was on that initial aggression. They managed to get one player. They got away from that place unscathed, and it was in their favor from the get-go. And looking at this, as you said, double digits on the board for Noob Alliance. And as we head on into round number 16. Once again, Maximum Esports will be saving for this round, and Noob Alliance are not worried. They have enough credits in the bank, and they will be heading into this round hoping to win this match.
He does his zip, Sashling into side, drops the spike as well, going in. Ming will shut him down. Zipper just being a little bit too chaotic on the entry here. Ming, in the meantime, will get spammed down with the Spectre. But they are trying to get in. Zing, in the meantime, will pick up Water here. Water here, making it a 3v5. The plant will finally go down. Ming has the angle here, looking at Weekend, who is going to be taking this most probably, and it doesn't look like it.
Maya, yeah, he just jumped through the wall, but I think Ming might have actually spotted him going through. So might be actually, yeah, there you go, something that they are aware of. Yes, it is, and there we go. The double peak coming in, and the Mighty Parvati just finishing things off there. And we are left in a 5v2. Scratch that, make it a 5v1, and Hiraz
Good
is
for
the
one,
hero.
good for
He's
two.
good
No,
one.
he's not.
No. Yep, he has been the hero in a few rounds, especially on Icebox, but at the moment, the aggression from Noob Alliance being a bit too much to deal with, and that makes the score 11-5 in favor of Noob Alliance. They need 2 more rounds to win this match, win this series, and become the 3rd place in the Gamer.LK's Logitech G Valorant Pro League series powered by Viewsonic. And yep, looking and getting closer to that goal with every round that they are winning.
Indeed, and this is going to be another full buy coming out, but Hiroraz is decided to run with the Spectre with half shields on Maya, and we have Vada on Spectre as well. It's going to be a tough one, but look at, we have a change up here. We have a massive push coming out from Noob Alliance through mid here, and this is going to give so much of information because this is a huge push coming out from the side of Maxim Esports. They will shut Dennis down, who was caught off guard with that smoke, as well as the pain shells coming out, but this is going to be a hit from all sides from Noob Alliance for the retake. But the Viper spit is down. It will be a tough one to retake. Ming gets spotted down. Oh my lord, the amount of damage that who was it actually? Sorry, Maya took on that Killjoy. Now coming into the side here, Zipper has a very tight angle. Zing and Ghost both taking Maya and Water down. The showstopper goes out. Hiroraz will be able to get one, and this is going to be horrible, making it as the Duster Weekend getting 2 immediate kills, but he will get the flick on to Ghost to shut him down and keep Maximum Esports alive in this, and he will get the resurrection to save the rifle as well, making it 11-6. Maximum Esports keeping their hopes alive.
I mean, you know, Weekend, this man has not lost any of his gunfights, I would say, you know. He was put in some tough situations throughout all these 3 maps, and this man has never failed to deliver. Be it a 1v3,
Every time
1v2.
he's asked, every time he's asked to clutch, he comes up huge.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I would actually say that the play coming out from Noob Alliance in that round, just 3 players just making their way through mid, just on the flank, that was a really nice play. But with the Viper's Pit being invested from the side of Maxim Esports, I think that was actually enough to catch the side of Noob Alliance off guard. But once again, the initial aggression coming in from mid, the wall of Mighty Parvati being broken down, the paint shells being forced as well. The slow orbs just slowing things down, but there we go. Mighty Parvati good for 1, Ming good for a second, and Weekend clearing things off on the other side of things.
As the dust settles, it's going to be a 3v3 B-side control completely given away. But we have the Resurrection coming out onto Ming, so making it a 4v3. Heroes will have the Viper's wall up. He is going to throw it out, and Grant will finally go down. And the lockdown will come out as well. So everything being thrown into this round, because this is, if any loses this, I think it disrupts their eco a bit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So they are throwing
and
absolutely everything into this
on
round.
match point.
But now the push coming through Garage here from the side of Noob Alliance. They're looking for one. They are not going to be able to. Weekend and Heroes both put Janice and Zing down, making it a 2v3. Meanwhile, Maya with the flank will take out Mr. who was trying to come in, leaving the last man alive. Maya is going to take out Ming as well. And Maxim Esports, with the utilization of all that utility, is going to be able to stop Noob Alliance from getting to that match point. They've won this game now. They are pulling out all the strats here. Even the lurks coming out. We had two lurks coming out there from the side of Maxim Esports. Were able to catch these players off guard on the side of Noob Alliance.
Yes, indeed. And with that round, or rather 2 consecutive losses from the side of Noob Alliance, they will be forced to save this round. They do have 1 Phantom with a half shield, and a judge coming in from Zing as well. So Maxim Esports are building up this momentum once again, and they will be stacking up outside A for another A push. But look at this, Zing makes his way across. I think he does take a bit of damage from the turret, but I think, yeah, he is in a decent position with that judge in hand, but he scoots off back to safety once again.
Maxim Esports playing this very carefully. They are looking for someone even flanking through. But the problem is most of these players on the side of Noob Alliance are holding judges and specters in hand. They are not looking for these long-range fights. They're looking for these up-and-close personal fights from Maxim Esports, which they have not given. All 5 players stacked outside of A. Ming is going to peek through Haven with the knife. Will get spot 1, but Hero Raj will shut him down. So the Blade Storm going to get where the Meanwhile, Zipper goes in with the showstopper. Still inside side, Ghost will fight 2 within the smoke. Finds 3. Zipper finally shuts him down. Maximum Esports are in trouble right now. Down to the last 2 players. Noob Alliance is going to go in. Pisek will find the kill onto Zipper as well. And now what are left in a 3v1. Spike not even in hand. So he has to go back for the spike as well. He has the teleport if he wants to use it to get himself up into Heaven. Zing in the meantime holding a very tight angle. Does get spot. What a shot from Wada in the air. What?
Indeed, and he manages to teleport to Heaven to safety.
No, he can see.
Is he aware of this?
Karma is
He
going to
comes
be
in.
there. No.
Dennis
Lordy.
from behind to clean things up. I think, that round was entirely upon the hands of Ghost. He got 3 kills through the smoke before he was going, finally taken down from Zipper. But I think by that time, enough damage was done by that man.
So the play here, right? The play here from Ghost is so huge. The thing was no one was expecting this, right? As soon as Zipper just used that showstopper, he knew, Ghost knew, the only way that he survives that is pushing that smoke. So, and he knew that Zipper is not going to be walking in with the showstopper. He's going to be circling through that, so he's not going to catch him out walking into the smoke. And that's exactly the play that he made use of, and no one was expecting this. Ghost was able to get so many from that. Zing in the meantime will clean up Heroes going into this match point. Noob Alliance already up ahead in this round here. 3rd place on the line for Maxim Esports unless they are able to bring this back. But a fast push coming out from Maxim Esports onto the B side here. We do have the wall coming up. The concuss is going to delay things for some time. But Dennis has pushed into the smoke. They don't know that this is happening. Meanwhile, though, the spam coming through from Water and Weekend will clean those skills up. Zing able to find 1. But the trade from Weekend finds 2. And they keep their hopes alive. Ghost left in a 1v3 clutch here. Is he going to be able to do it is the question. Match point for Noob Alliance. Can he clutch a 1v3 to win? Weekend is going to peek through here. Will get shut down by Ghost immediately. So thinning down the numbers. Down to a 1v2 here.
He does have the
Tight
lockdown.
angle.
He decides to invest it. But
Cross angles are being held.
Spots him.
That's a tough cross for him to deal with. And Maxim Esports tournament, like third place, dreams and hopes alive still, making it an
Yes.
8-12.
Indeed. So Noob Alliance on match point. Maxim Esports need 4 more rounds to still stay in the game. But so far they're going strong. Once again, Weekend does have the resurrection in hand. Ghost does have the lockdown if need be. But yeah, this once again looking like a save round for the side of Noob Alliance. We did see how they performed on a previous save round, which went really well for them, with you know, the SMG in the hands of Ghost. But this time it looks like it'll be Ghost or rather
Zippa going in strong here, will get shut down immediately by Ming with the Sheriff. Zing also with the Bucky in hand. How does he get a headshot with the Sheriff there? No clue, but meanwhile Ghost gets one kill. Zing in the meantime gets another with the Boombot, but Vora will shut both of them down, making it a 2v2. The resurrection in hand for Weekend will get that resurrection off onto Maya. Does he have the lockdown? Is that why they used it? But meanwhile, Pisek will get spotted by the alarm bot. Pisek good for one onto the kill onto Maya, but the trade is going to be there from Weekend, leaving Dennis in a 1v2. Can he clutch this out? What is going to be the question? Tournament life in hand. He has a Bucky in hand. No weapon recovered so far. He is going to be pushing this. He's looking for a rifle recovered. No, picks up a Bucky. Okay.
There you go. Finally, Phantom in hand, or rather Vandal in hand. And okay, so Maya did have the lockdown after that initial revive, but he got taken down really quickly. Dennis gets spotted. The wall is in place enough to, you know, get some time for them to make it into heaven, or rather into B side. But look at this. Water decides to stick back. I think Dennis might be aware of this. There is a wall there. There we go. So is he aware of Water? He is aware that one player might be lurking somewhere nearby, but does he check the right angle? Yes, he does. No. Water is good for the kill.
He did look at it, but he was in a hurry to clear both angles. He didn't take the shot. Maybe pre-fire it would have been the better option there. But yeah, in the end, still 12-9 here. And there's going to be another full buy round coming out for the side of Noob Alliance to try and close this out. A match point. Obviously, they are safe from losing right now without forcing, I mean, without going into OT, that is. But they want to force this, I mean, they want to finish this off. They don't want this going to OT right now. But Ghost yet again.
They do have the showstopper, they do have the lockdown. So they have utility in place to, you know, try and retake site. If they actually
will have Astral Divide as well.
Until that long?
If,
yep.
Yeah, if Dennis gets a kill, he will have Astral Divide as well. So a lot of ultimates for them to work with to try and, you know, close these things off. And we do have a pause coming out. I'm not entirely sure who called out the pause. Most probably from the side of Noob Alliance. They want to probably sort everything out before getting into this round. They want to close this out. They can see it. Third place looks like it's theirs, but Maxim Esports have other things to say so far. They have been able to win consecutive rounds now, forcing Noob Alliance to into a corner here. They have been forced to pull out everything to try and win this last round, and Maxim Esports are doing a really good job at it.
Yes, indeed. You know, it has been an eventful, you know, a third place match. Only Icebox with a bit of boost, but there you go. The aggression coming in from the side of Noob Alliance, just making their presence known in Garage, both Ming and Zing being aggressive. We do have the TP coming in from... Okay, there you go. Water actually makes his way into B. Link might be able to catch Dennis off guard. Yes, he does. He is going for one kill.
But Ghost is going to be there for the trade now. Now the spike is going to rotate all the way towards the A side because they spotted out Ghost at who was pushing through spawn towards B side. But Ghost is going to come back in time to hold this, and they use the lockdown from the side of Maxim Esports to try and take control of this side. We have Zippa sashing into side. There's a side clear. Ming in the meantime will find the lurker who was Hero all the way outside of Garage, and they will get the spike down. In the meantime, Maya at ramps trying to hold down anyone who is trying to push that. But they haven't really been able to take Noob Alliance still on the rotate here. Zing clearing everything before he comes.
Yep, they have the lockdown, they have the showstopper, so they might be able to push out all the attackers from side, or rather, yeah, from side. But will they invest the lockdown? Yes, they do. So Weekend is playing close here. They might need to check this angle, or, you know, he might be a bit too aggressive here. The showstopper
is going to get popped. He comes through, will clean up Maya, but now the anger finally gets cleared. Meantime, Zippa finds two onto Ming and Zing, leaving it in a 1v1. Does he have the time? He does not have the time, and that is going to be Maxim Esports still. Dreams alive, making it a 10-12. Noob Alliance committing 2 ultimates, still not being able to close things out. And now this is going to force them into yet another save. They do not have the money to full buy on the side of Noob Alliance, and that would mean, it most probably would mean, it's going to be 11-12. And I mean, from what we were at, who would have thought that Maxim Esports will get all this way up onto 12-10.
Yeah, but I think we were 8-11, and then we went to 10,
Yep.
12, and then yeah, all the way to 11. Yep.
So again, mid-present being shown. Pisek is going to tag through, and Maya is going to wallbang him. That's a player down on the side of Noob Alliance already. And Ming is going to pop his blade storm, looking for frags at garage. Not going to find any. Mid presence has been taken. Mid control rather has been taken from Maximum Esports here, going into the likes of A side here. And Hero Raz in the meantime, he's going to be lurking all the way in market for anyone rotating out. And same is going to be for Water, who is going to be looking at ropes heading through into a site here. This was, and meanwhile, Ghost up.
Spike down A.
Him, and he takes out another kill onto Weekend, but the trade is going to be there, making it a 3v4 Zing. In the meantime, Baki in hand. Dennis will find that kill on the Water, but the trade is going to be there by Zipper. 2v3, but rifles cannot be recovered in the places that they are in. Meanwhile, Zing, though, satcheling and takes Hero Rods down, making it a 2v2. Looks a bit cloudy. They do have the blade storm up for Ming. Ming looking for a pick here with the blade storm, not finding anyone for the time being. They're running out of time. They need to get on the defuse if they want to force this. Meanwhile, showstopper pop. He throws it out, not finding a kill. Ming coming in with the blade storm, not finding a kill. They are shutting it down. Zipper takes one onto Zing, looking for the last man. Ming running out of time, and I don't think even if he comes in right now, he has the time to do this. But he's looking for exit frags here. Can we find one? No, he cannot. Maya shuts him down, and it's 11-12 on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going down to the absolute wire here. And this is going to be another full buy coming out from Noob Alliance to try and, win the game. But Maximum Esports have been shutting them down continuously.
Yes, indeed. Both these teams looking quite amazing at this moment. Some amazing plays coming out from both sides, but in the end, these teams are just too good of a pair for each other. And the score is 11-12. It's absolutely on the wire, as you said. So one more chance for Noob Alliance to clean things up, to end the match before it goes to OT. And the Maxim Esports just need one more round. Again, Mighty Parvati, a good start. Maya is off the board. So how
Spike is towards market. Again, we do see Water lurking outside of A side, right? I mean, we always have one player from the side of Maxim Esports lurking out, looking for a rotation out. But again, Noob Alliance is changing out their strategy. They are playing for mid control now. They're not letting anyone get through this mid area. And this is exactly why Maxim Esports have been having trouble all this time, trying to read what they were doing in terms of defense and attack. They have been changing things up. But right now, again, they pick up an orb. I think this gives Viper the ultimate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Hero Raz does have his ultimate ready with that orb.
He did have his ultimate. They were trying to farm it for the Sage to get the resurrection online. So Weekend needs one more orb to get the resurrection activated. And if they do manage to get inside, Hero Raz might be
look at where Pisek is. Look at where he is. He finds one. He might actually find another. There's another player pushing it. Hero Raz. Oh no, he gets the very time. What a play from this man. Mighty Parvati making things happen in the meantime. Ming picks up Zipper. Maximum Esports in absolute trouble. What are going in, trying to look for a pick here. Ming absolutely low on HP. They are trying to go into this side here, but there are 3 players or 2 players here. Dennis shuts Water down. The Hero Raz, and it's not going to happen. Dennis with the 2K to close things out. And it is going to be Noob Alliance running away with the 3rd place of VPL. And what a performance it has been. A massive shout out to Maximum Esports, though. What a fight that was towards the latter part. But in the end, Mighty Parvati with that push. Who would have thought when tournament live, match point on the line, he would make a play like that, pushing in all the way towards mid-market to get that frag off onto Maya. And that's a massive kill, because Maya almost top fragging, 20 kills under his belt. It's a huge kill to have when you are on match point. And he finds that he managed to get away before Hero Raz was able to shut him down. And that play actually won Noob Alliance the final round, getting them that 3rd place. And look at this scoreboard. What a performance coming out from both sides. What good Valorant did we see today? Zing picking up 22 kills, Ming with the 22 as well, 18 kills on Ghost, Dennis with the 20 as well, and Mighty Parvati coming up with 18 as well. An even all-round performance coming out from the side of Noob Alliance. Then on the side of Maximum Esports, we have Zippa with the 19, Maya with the 20, Hero Raz with 15, Weekend with 15 as well, and Wada picking up 13 kills. And the difference I feel like is Zing and Ming picking up 6 first bloods each on the 2 duelists. I mean, these guys are playing so aggressive on defense. It was absolutely insane. Noob Alliance, they had a very slow start. They just needed to find their footing, and they pulled off a lot of strats afterwards. During their attack, their defense, they were changing things up every round, and that I think caught Maximum Esports off guard. I think they got comfortable after those first 3 or 4 rounds. That Noob Alliance did not. They were doing very, standard things, defaulting, coming through mid, standard things. But then they changed it up. They played a couple of rounds really fast paced. They slowed it down, brought it down to a crawl where they defaulted. They had a fake where Ming faked all the way on A side almost solo. That dragged all 5 defenders on the side of Maximum Esports to A side and gave away B side for free. So a lot of strats were used by Noob Alliance. And during defense also, we did see them at one point playing for mid control, and other times, okay, you guys have mid control, we will fight for it later on. You guys can have mid, but we are not giving in the sights away. And these kind of plays made sure that Maximum Esports wasted a lot of utility, thinking that the players were here. Like, for example, mid, you throw out your pain shells, your boom bots, but apparently no one is there, so you're not getting any value for your utility that you're using, other than information. And Noob Alliance was, I think, overall, they played the map a lot better. But a massive shout out to Maximum Esports for pulling off some crazy plays, especially on Weekend and Hero Raz. I think those two single-handedly brought the scoreline this close. Otherwise, it would have been, I think, a much bigger gap. But the amount of rounds that Weekend and Hero Raz were able to clutch were absolutely insane, Kitty.
Yes, and I mean, at the end of the day, we actually expected this to be a really, really close match between both these two teams across all 3 maps. And given how things turned out, Tara, I think I would have to say that both of these teams delivered far more than expected from both sides. I mean, it was a really close game. Icebox, the only map which was a bit hazy, but in the end, both Fracture and Split at the end were really, really great games to watch.
Indeed, and I think Icebox was probably the disappointing game out of the 3. I think it was very one-sided, where Maximum Esports completely shut Noob Alliance down on it. But other than that, the first game on Fracture as well as the third game here on Split was absolutely amazing to watch. Some really good Valorant coming out from both teams, and rightly deserving to be in this third place match as well. I mean, they have worked their way up into the top 4 teams in the country. They are among the top 4. And right now, the third place position was taken by Noob Alliance, but Maximum Esports obviously right there. It's just, I feel like more than being a better team at this point, I think it's how you were feeling at the particular day, what type of shots you had in your hand, how well the other team read you, or how you were reading the other team. I mean, it's a lot of factors, and it's just Noob Alliance just was better on the day. I mean, they proved that they were better on the day by winning it 2-1 in the end. But the big one is what is going to be coming up next. It's going to be WG taking on UG. But before that, we will be looking at the head-to-head between these two players, the match MVP, and the overall stats of where the kill leaders stand, because we did have 2 of the Raze mains playing today. Icepeed was way up there in the kill leaderboard, but he did not play this last map. And mind you, Noob Alliance played without Icepeed with a new addition. We had Mighty Parvati coming into the side instead of Icepeed, which we haven't seen before. It was his first game, and he proved that he was such a valuable addition to that team. The performance coming out from him was absolutely insane. And regardless of the roster that they played, Noob Alliance put out that performance. Having said that, like I said, we do have 2 of the kill leaderboards contenders on both of these sides. We have Zippa on the side of Maximum Esports, then we had Icepeed on the side of Noob Alliance. He did only play 1 game, so this is going to affect him very negatively since he only played 1 map. So I feel like once the finals conclude, he might have lost that top spot either way, because we will have the likes of Chroms and Rocha both playing, and even Scream for that matter. These are all high fragging players. They will all 3 of them will be playing throughout the entire grand finals. So it's a bit of a negative impact for Icepeed in terms of the kill leaderboard, but I mean, they should be happy with their 3rd place. Whereas Zippa on the other hand played both games and ended up getting 20 kills on both games. I think even the last game he ended up with, he ended up with 19 kills. So he's okay. I think he is still in contention for that top spot, but it will all be down to that grand finals, which is going to be taking place at around 8:30, if I'm not mistaken, between UG and WG. But while we wait for the stats, Kitty, going into this UG versus WG matchup, what are the maps? I think this is one of the toughest questions to ask, especially because how good these two teams are. What maps do you think we will see? It's a BO3, so there'll be one picked by each side and one as a decider. What do you think we'll be looking at in terms of maps?
Well, I have a feeling that WG will not, they will try to veto a fracture, given the fact that UG has been really aggressive and was absolutely dominant on that map in the previous time that they actually got to play on it.
Yeah.
And well, we did see WG perform really well on both Split and on Haven as well. I think WG was the only team against Noob Alliance to play on Haven. I think that was the only Haven match that we saw for the entire tournament. But given how things went the previous time that both these teams met, right? We had Split being played, and I think the second match, please do an item. The last time, Ascent.
It was Ascent, yeah.
Yeah, so Ascent and Split, the maps which UG dominated against WG previously. So I feel like they might decide to not go with Ascent. They might decide to ban Fracture. I mean, to be honest, I think once again we might be seeing Icebox being played. We might be seeing, I mean, there's a lot of maps, right, that both these teams are really good at. Both these teams want to avoid. We have Bind being a really favorable map for WG. We have Fracture being a really great map for UG. Breeze, I think, is a map which we will be seeing, given the fact that I wouldn't notice a better team on that map. Both these teams would be fairly matched on it. So Breeze, Icebox, and maybe even a Split once again.
Split. Yep. Yeah, I feel like, again, I feel like the biggest problem was, I think WG was not at their best on the group set match between these two teams, right? I mean, they were completely all over the place, especially on Ascent. I feel like on Split they actually did give a good fight. It was just that UG was extremely good on Split. Their set players were to the point, and we did see some of that flair in Noob Alliance on Split today. But mind you, we saw how Noob Alliance played on Split. UG was 10 times better on Split that day. I mean, their set plays were absolutely insane against WG. WG gave a really good fight on Split, but just wasn't good enough to take out UG on that particular day. But Ascent was a complete wash. I'm not exactly sure what WG was doing on Ascent. They were all over the place. They were making some really bad moves, really bad calls throughout the entire game. Maybe they were saving strats for the grand finals. We would not know until we do see them today, or if they do pick up Ascent. But Ascent, their performance on Ascent was absolutely horrible to watch, because I feel like it was all over the place to begin with. But having said that, we saw them come back very strong during the semi-finals. They went head-to-head against Noob Alliance and completely demolished them, and they were having fun while they were doing. They were trolling while doing it as well in that semi-final match. So we know that they are in form. We know that they are feeling it. So hopefully they will bring that same flair that we know that WG is capable of doing in this pressure situation. Whereas UG has been, these teams steadfast. They're very serious when it comes to their play. They don't mess around too much. They play the game to perfection. They are very even their plays. You won't have any chaotic plays coming out from UG. They will play to set strategies, and they will pull it off every time. So, I mean, I feel like it's a matchup of between who is going to be feeling it better on the day, who is going to have the better aim on the day. I think it will come down to very small things between these two teams. Going back to the map selection, I feel like, yes, like you said, Fracture will be banned out. Bind has to be banned out. You don't give WG Bind and expect to win on it. They have not dropped a single game on Bind so far against some of the best teams that the country as well as internationally has to offer in the region, and they haven't lost. So you take out Bind and then you take out Fracture because of most probably that WG won't know how to play Fracture. I'm assuming this is again, and UG was really strong on Fracture against Zyphos. But that's the only information that we have about Fracture. And then we have Breeze. WG, I'm pretty sure they don't like Breeze. They're not a team who likes taking these long range fights, so Breeze might not be their cup of tea. I feel like they like the more, in your face kind of, get going, rush into sight kind of play. And Breeze is not a map that allows you to do that. Breeze is more of, you lurk, you take these long range fights all the way in middle. Might be a really good map for Scrim, who plays the operator all the time. probably one of the best operator players in the country. Might be a good map for him, but the rest of the team I feel like will not find it comfortable on Breeze. So because of this reason, I feel like UG might pick up Breeze as their map and let Ascent go instead of picking Ascent. Going back into split decision, I feel like split UG or WG will 100% pick him, because I feel like both teams still feel like they are the better team on this map, and they don't want to try out something they think that the other team might not be good at. They would want to be on a map that they are comfortable on. So I feel like split might get selected here. I think Breeze, split, two maps that we'll be looking at. The decider is a bit of more of a tough one. We have Haven left, we have Icebox left. I think we might see Icebox, most probably. Hopefully it is Icebox, and hopefully it goes the distance, because Icebox has always been chaotic between teams. Even though today's third place match was an absolute wash, Icebox in Sri Lankan standards have always been complete doozy. It's always chaotic. We think one team is strong and the other team is just, catching up again. It has been back and forth. I've casted one of my longest games on Icebox, like 40 rounds of Valorant, by the way, on Icebox. That's how insane Icebox has been in Sri Lankan Valorant. So crazy. But hopefully we will get to see that map, right? And that's going to be another interesting map between these two teams, because UG absolutely loves Icebox for such a long time. WG, we won't know because we haven't seen too much of them on Icebox. We saw like one game during group stages, and even before that, even in previous tournament, I haven't seen much of WG on Icebox. Maybe people don't pick it up against them because they already know that WG is good on it, or they haven't really picked it up or thought about it. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see until the video. Having said that, I think we do have the head-to-head ready for the match that took place. Let's have a look at the head-to-head. It is going to be Zipper versus Zing. It is going to be the two Riz players from either side. Zing picking up 22 frags, Zipper picking up 19 for the side of Maximum Esports, and 253 average combat score coming out from Zipper, 282 for Zing. 6 first bloods under this man's belt. What a player. And a KD of very even KD coming out from both the 1.6 to the 1.5 on both these players. Really good performance coming out from both the players. Some stand-up performance throughout the entire tournament, so massive shout out to them. But with that, we do have the MVP for this third place match. Let's have a look at who the MVP is going to be, and it's going to be Zipper from Maximum Esports, having a highest combat score of 842 across the 3 maps. I mean, what a performance. Yes, you did not win on the particular day, but what a performance coming out from this man throughout this entire tournament. One of the best racers in the country for sure. I think no one can even contest it at this point. Had some stand-up performances against UG, Noob Alliance, and then against the likes of Phoenix, as well as UG, and then Evox as well. I mean, had a really good series, this man, and definitely deserves that MVP slot for today's match. And with that, we do have a new kill leader on the board, and it's going to be Zipper taking the top spot as the kill leader with a total number of 194 kills under his belt. But he is the current kill leader. We have one more series to go, and we know that Roach is very close behind his tail with around 180 odd kills. But we'll have to wait and see until the grand finals to see what happens there. But with that, we have the overall stats coming out. Zipper here, most number of kills, most number of deaths, give this man everything, Dennis comes up for Noob Alliance with the highest number of assists with 83 assists. Zipper coming up again with the most amount of first bloods with 56 first bloods under his belt. Hara from Maximum Esports with 43 plants, and Hero Raz with 9 diffusers. I mean, that's a lot. He has been the one almost always left in these clutch situations, forced to fight up against, 1 to 2, maybe 2 or 3 people left, and he has been the clutch god alongside Weekend for Maximum Esports. But this is how the stats stand. Zipper right now leading across multiple titles here. Most deaths, most kills, most number of first bloods. He has been going absolutely crazy. So right now, the third place match comes to a close, obviously, but we have one more match coming to you live very, very shortly. So do not go anywhere. Grab yourself some dinner, grab yourself a Red Bull. Stay energized, because this is the biggest match of the year. It is going to be Union Gaming taking on Wolfgang Esports, and what a game it's going to be. Do join us again for that. But until I see you again, me and Kitty both, I think, until we do see you again with that final game, we're going to be signing off. Hope you guys join us for that final. See you guys.
Give me those jobs.
Who's next?
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Dropped. Here got them.
One enemy remaining.
Everyone and our job gets.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Perfect.
Spike planted. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Spike carriers down.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
You should run.
Remaining. Thrifty. Standing. Spike down A. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. One enemy. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Fire in the hole.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Okay, it's great, guys.
remaining. Last player standing. One error.
Chill out. Out of charge.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
He just wants those biometrics. Wall raised. Opponent's killed. Well divided. Cancel out. Cancel out.
One enemy remaining.
Bye-bye.
Defenders win.